Enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Urgency.
Hi, everyone. Yeah.
Does this say urgency?
Must listen.
Read a tweet on the way in. Someone goes, "Oh man, that's Street Fighting Man from Rage Against the Machine."
No shite.
It's like I was listening to some Rage Against the Machine, and I hear the big song you guys open with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Street Fighting Man.
Must have been like, ooh, I've heard this before.
At this point, I forget the rest of the song.
I did too. It's just
They cover the Rolling Stones' Street Fighting Man.
I hear this and I just think, hey, it's showtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showtime.
Sometimes when I'm driving and the replay comes on, I hear Ecstasy of Gold, and I just think, like, I fall into that, oh, God, it's so early. Oh, God, I'm so tired. Yeah. And I realize, oh, no, it's the replay. It's fucking 3 o'clock.
You're not there.
Yeah.
I know no one really cares, but the NBA Finals, these stupid games are on so late for us morning guys. And, so yeah, what time did you go to bed last night?
I was actually in bed by 12:30.
And you're proud of yourself?
Yeah, because sometimes I'm usually, like, in bed maybe by 1:30 or 2.
Wow, you just live differently. I would panic if I was in bed at 12:30.
Really?
Completely panic, yeah. I was in bed by 10:15.
Oh, my goodness.
So then I got to shut the fuck up. For what I'm about to say is stupid to you. I'm just mad that the games are on so late. I want to watch the NBA Finals, and I watched the first half, and then I'm like, I can't stay up for this shit. And the Heat were winning by a nice margin, and Oklahoma with Kevin Durant just kicked their ass in the second half. I was fully expecting the Heat to win that game, and coming in today, I was just waiting for the score where John Montone or somebody would say, yeah, the Heat won. And it turns out they kicked their fucking ass in the second half.
You didn't have the hours of a fifth grader, apparently.
Every once in a while, I'll push
it's
it.
Sleepy time.
But every once in a while, I'll push it and I'll stay up. But in general, I just can't do it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I sleep the second I get home.
And you sleep for a long time, right?
It's at least 2 hours, at least. But usually it's three hours.
Wow, that's
there.
nice. I'll get a little nap in after the show, but
yeah.
Maybe I should just fucking stop being a girl and stay up and watch the whole game.
Watch the game.
Yeah,
Treat yourself.
Treat
Tired, so what?
yourself.
It's okay.
Yeah. But, I mean, this is a great sports story. I know you don't like basketball, but you got the Heat in the finals again. And LeBron James, everyone is looking at him like, when are you going to win your fucking ring, idiot? And I said it already, so I have to say it again. I do want Oklahoma to win this. I absolutely do. I don't want the Heat to win a championship ever.
Well, the whole team is built just to do that, so it's like, you don't want to actually see them win if they were built just to win like that.
It's just, I go back to that dumb press conference when most of Cleveland just assumed LeBron was re-signing, just how he was doing it, and he basically said, fuck you, Cleveland.
The last thing in Cleveland.
And then I got to hear again, he had every right. I know he had every right to move on. It's the way he did it that I obsess about. That's all. Of course he had the right to move on to, a bigger city and where he wanted to play.
And not Cleveland.
But a lot of people had a problem the way he did it. So, whatever. But they're down 1 game to Zippo, the Heat.
Where they play 28 games or something?
Yeah, well, I think this year they're playing 13 in the finals.
I don't want them to win because Bosch was a dick to me when I met him.
You met Chris Bosch.
I met him and LeBron and Wade were at the show, but I met Chris Bosch at a hotel in right by Lincoln Center where I was shooting for Leno.
Right.
I was doing a piece on the fashion show, so he happened to be in there. And there's nobody around him except his reps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I take a picture with you? He goes, no. And he walked out. I was like, you fucking ugly cocksucker. I didn't say that to him. I was like, what a douche. So now I want to see him lose.
That's why Jimmy wants to see him lose.
I know.
They're all dicks probably, though.
Yeah.
You just haven't run into the rest of them.
My only interaction with LeBron...
He was cool. You got that picture at the cellar.
But that was because of Kevin. So I don't know how that would have been if Kevin hadn't actually texted him first. Yeah. That might not have been...
Actors, singers, or athletes? Athletes are the worst?
Oh, God, yeah. We even know that.
Who knows? At times they can be.
And in our little world, we know that.
Yeah, I mean, trying
way
to
worse.
Get pictures and stuff like that.
I think actors are the nicest for whatever. Of the three
Actors, musicians, athletes, I
think so, yeah. because here's the difference. Actors don't have usually screaming live audiences. Musicians are used to having gigantic live audiences, so they become a bit more squeamish. And athletes have giant fucking audiences who are a lot of times yelling horrible shit at them. So I'm looking at the level of public interaction. I'm actually thinking about this for the first time as I'm saying it.
That actually makes sense, though.
Well, half their season, they have to deal with haters. You're so right.
Yeah.
You forget. They don't... You know, when you go see a rock band, everyone's there because they love you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys play in away arenas where they just have to hear, like Jimmy said, I'm repeating, but it's a great point.
They hate people.
Worth repeating.
I never thought about that until we just said it.
And it just
But
makes
it's true.
sense.
I never thought of it that way
Yeah.
either. Because, you know, if you go see a movie, you want to see, you know, the movie itself, the actors in the movie, so you're supportive.
Stadiums of people just booing your name.
Man.
Boo! Fuck you! You suck!
Like last night, I would bet maybe there were 10 LeBron James fans in that whole arena for the first game of the NBA Finals.
I'm hoping I don't get caught up in making a good point and then just keep making the same point, but now I'll make it poorly. Queen of England, right? You can't meet her because everybody yells to the Queen.
You try to like put it into every
You
context.
can't make better points, and I just ruin it.
I like that point. I never thought of it that way either. It's so simple.
Sam, write that down for the after show.
Wait, did you meet Dwayne Wade?
He was there, but I didn't because
Wait, at the cellar? He came in with LeBron?
a bunch of them did. Yeah, they all came in to see Aziz
You
one
didn't
night.
get Dwayne Wade's
Nah, I
picture?
didn't. I wasn't 100% sure he was there. LeBron was the big one. That was the one I really wanted.
But Wade is fucking
Wade?
massive.
When you see my LeBron picture, Dwayne Wade is in the background. At the
Is he really?
Yeah, he's like standing. You can see him and I think it might have been Bosch actually talking. There was three of the five or four of the five came in together.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
But I was like,
I would take a LeBron James picture in a second.
because of the way I got the LeBron picture. Let me see if you can see it right back.
Where's
those
Dwayne Wade?
guys are in the background right there. You can
the
just see like
Giants?
two silhouettes
Yeah.
in the background. Yeah.
It's just darkness back there.
Yeah, they're in the front of the store. But I didn't want to embarrass Kevin by being annoying. Otherwise, I would have walked right up and said, "Hey, can I get you three together?" And they would have went,
God. That would have been a huge picture, though.
"I know, but I didn't want to again because you don't want to be a dick." My buddy hooked it up.
And now
so I
you're
didn't-
posing them.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I took the quick picture and that was enough.
Yeah.
I do have some sense when it comes to my friends.
A little bit.
So, there you go, Oklahoma City, up 1-0.
What was the score?
They won by like 13 points or something like that. 11 points. They were down the entire game. I was shocked. It was old school, having to wait till the morning to get your
look at that.
your score. So
Do you think that guy really slept with LeBron's mother? Or is that just total bullshit?
I don't know. It just seems really strange how that all came to an end, and him ripping off his jersey like, "Ugh, I'm done with Cleveland and this team." I don't know. I have no idea. Me and Patrice used to talk about that. He's convinced it happened.
Oh, he thinks it happened?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I also saw the Paul Williams movie, and I know it's a week too fucking late, but that was a good movie.
It was good, right?
Yeah, I almost called him because he gave me his card with his cell number. I should have done it. It would have been hilarious. Hey, I just saw your movie. I just want to say it was really good.
And he went, "Oh, thanks, man." And he went, "All right."
Well,
Take it easy.
I didn't ask for his number. He gave it to me.
Yeah.
He wants to play golf. But as I see in that movie, wow, he's not a good golfer. That would be a long day.
He's hacking.
Not that I'm I'm all right. I'm all right, but I could keep the ball going.
I can't see as how he gets much leverage on his swing.
No.
You know, I think the taller you are, the longer your arms are, and things like that, you get a little more leverage on that swing.
Right.
You kill a little guy.
Yeah.
It's called Still Alive, and Steve Castle, right?
Kessler.
Kessler, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
He did a very good job, but I was frustrated because there is a story there that Paul Williams doesn't really want to tell.
Yeah, I think
Like, he went away when, I was telling Ed before the show, this guy was on every show which they show you in the movie, and then in the early 80s, he was just gone. That's 30 years ago. So around 35 to 38 years old, he is done as far as being an A-lister on all these shows. What happened?
the drugs and the drinking, I bet.
I know, but he didn't
did
officially really say what happened. Did they just stop calling out of nowhere? Was it a slow fade?
Fucking
Did he spread himself too thin and he was overexposed?
I would love to know what that first moment is when you just... Who told us a little bit about it? What actor? Ralph Macchio. I said, when did you first notice it? Because I was curious. He goes, it was during My Cousin Vinny. He had to fight to get in for the audition. And that was a big hit for him. But that was the moment where he saw the shift. And I would love to have known.
Yeah. Right.
Because it always happens. There's always that moment. Because, again, he did 48 Tonight Shows, Paul Williams. He was everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, everywhere. The end of the movie was kind of cool when he was going through his storage bin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
With all his old tapes.
Yeah, his videotapes.
And it was sad when you finally saw his home, and you would expect the guy that won an Oscar with Barbra Streisand to be living in a better spot. It wasn't a bad house. It was just small and
just a regular house, right?
And not much to it, really.
I hope he has money. He has to have publishing money because he made some big fucking songs, man.
I told Ann I think his ex-wives probably, took a massive chunk away from him.
Right.
He probably does make pretty good money, but still had to pay off a lot of people for a while there.
But weren't you happy? There's one time I was really happy for him when he was singing in the Philippines. It was a massive audience.
Oh, yeah, I loved him.
He's huge in the Philippines.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He never had a really good singing voice.
No, an average singing voice.
And I was amazed because he's on Carson and all these shows that were massive for the time, and I'm thinking,
and he's singing.
Why would they allow him to sing? Because his voice is kind of weak.
Very weak.
He wrote great songs, obviously, but when he sang them, it didn't have the same oomph. But they allowed him to sing those songs.
And he had that weird inflection in his voice where he almost like his nose was more...
What was his big song that he would sing?
Just an old-fashioned love song.
That's how he sang it.
Coming down in three-part harmony. Me and my brother and sister used to goof on him all the time.
Yeah.
We grew up singing Paul Williams songs like Paul Williams around the house and cracking each other up.
Really?
Yeah, because it was just the funniest thing the way he sang. Just an old-fashioned love song playing on the radio.
There was one thing in this movie that definitely confused me. They showed a quick clip of Quentin Tarantino talking about how he loved Ishtar.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a true thing?
Probably. Quentin's weird.
He's a weird guy.
But everyone basically talks about how that's the worst movie ever made, right?
Yeah.
Why did he love it? Does anyone know out there?
Because he's a weirdo.
But maybe there's something there. Maybe we should all watch Ishtar again after knowing that. Kirk, what's up, buddy?
Kirk.
Do it. Watch Ishtar again. Those songs that they wrote together, they were a bad songwriting team that was part of the movie. I don't know why it bombed because they were so fucking funny together.
Who's in Ishtar?
Ishtar?
Dustin Hoffman and Warren Beatty.
Now, Warren Beatty had that one, and he also had Heaven Can Wait. Was that a bomb or a huge success? That was a success.
No, Heaven's Gate was the bad one.
Oh, right.
Heaven's Gate was the bomb. Heaven Can Wait was big. Oh, right. You just tell it.
Who was in Heaven's Gate?
Shit.
Well, Warren Beatty and Christ, I can't remember.
Was he in Heaven's Gate, too?
He was in Heaven's Gate?
No, Heaven Can Wait. He died as a football player.
What's the difference
I
between
know
the two movies?
story.
How about Heaven's Overweight? Something about a weight, a gate?
What's the difference between the two movies? I haven't thought of this.
What, Heaven's Gate and Heaven's Can Wait?
Yeah.
Heaven Can Wait.
Way different movies.
Yeah.
No, I understand, but
I don't know what Heaven's Gate is about. I never saw it.
Okay.
I just
Or
heard
how
it
much it
bombed.
lost. It was a huge bomb. It was like a biggest bomb in Hollywood at
Yeah,
one
it
point
was
ever.
terrible.
Yeah. Ishtar was, and I don't know, I mean...
But Quentin Tarantino supposedly loved the movie, and I just want to know why.
Really? I never heard that. I personally have always loved it because the songwriting was so bad on purpose.
Oh.
For
Hold
certain
on!
characters, and it was just hilarious.
Chris Christopherson,
Thank you,
Christopher Walken, John Hurt,
Wow.
Sam Waterston, Brad Dourif, who was Billy Bibbit in Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, man.
There's a lot of very... Jeff Bridges is in
Joseph
this.
Cotton is an old actor.
Go down a little more,
Jeff
Sam.
Bridges.
A lot of fucking big names in this.
And it just fucking bombed.
Yeah.
That's probably why it cost so much.
It was about a gate maker. It was about a guy who was like making a gate, and Christopher Walken probably painted the gate, and the other guy would wrought iron gate making, and they were trying to get it to heaven, but no one would go. Jeff Bridges was the UPS driver who's like, we don't have the technology to go up there into the heavens. It was a terrible, terrible mockumentary.
Horrible, horrible story.
But a gate maker. Box office, $44 million.
That was the budget.
Budgeted $44 million.
The opening weekend was 12,000.
12,000?
The gross was 3.4 million.
Wow. How do you open with $12,000 with that cast?
Well, I mean, Movie tickets were $1.50 back then.
What was it up against?
I
That's
know.
something I want to know.
What
Like,
year was it? Let's guess.
What the fuck was
Late
it up
70s,
against?
right?
79. Was it against Star Wars or no? 77. How about The Empire Strikes Back?
Was it 77?
No.
Oh, 79.
Oh, 79? Yeah, it could be Empire.
I'm going to go with Ordinary People.
Raging,
What?
It was 80.
1980. Sorry, maybe
80.
Raging Bull, Ordinary People.
Last times we were
Animal
talking.
House was around there, right?
I think that was 78.
There's nothing it can
78?
be up against without explaining 12 grand.
Right.
I'm going to go Jaws 2.
Could be.
What came out the same weekend?
Yeah.
Rainy days and Mondays
Always get me down.
Now all I'm thinking of is old-fashioned love song.
Just an old-fashioned love song. Coming down in 3-part harmony.
No idea.
Wow. Empire.
Okay.
E.T.
Well, that movie did okay, I guess.
Oh, no, it did very well.
Yeah, Empire, E.T.
So maybe they should read
Batman.
Batman.
Somebody said Batman.
Batman.
What?
Was it?
What are they talking
Batman.
about?
E.T. was
1980
82.
Batman.
So, who's giving me erroneous
Batman.
information? Hold on. Someone's getting bounced.
E.T. was
I don't
82.
take erroneous information.
E.T. was 82?
I believe so. That's a rough guess.
Someone said 82. All right. I'm not fucking listening to you people anymore, or I'm bouncing you.
Who the fuck's a Batman?
Was it the made-for-TV movie Batman?
I trust you people to give me proper information.
They make an asshole out
If
of
we
you.
break that trust, I must bounce you. Against an avatar? Honest mistake. Fuck you.
How is that an honest mistake?
I mean, Raging Bull was a
Raging Bull.
massive success, but it wasn't, a box office juggernaut like Star Wars.
So they had a pretty good slot.
Yeah, I would say so.
Wow.
They had an opportunity to do pretty well.
The Idol Maker.
It did not.
Well,
How
the
did that
next
do?
month you had,
Yeah, but next month,
yeah.
2 weeks later is a long time in the movie business.
That is.
Flash Gordon, Stir Crazy. I remember my
Stir
grandmother took
Crazy.
me in New York to see that.
Oh, did she?
Any Which Way You Can, which was a Clint Eastwood follow-up movie.
Oh.
9 to 5, which I saw in the movie theaters. My friend,
Working 9 to 5.
my friend Dean Miller took me to see that at the mall.
What a way to make a living. I want to sing everything like Paul Williams.
December of 1980. It was cold. We went, fuck, man.
Oh.
Wow.
It's the plight of the woman. It's like, oh, what are you doing today? Struggling in the kitchen. He does a little sniff thing, goes, and looks away and goes, yet. It's like a perfect character actor-y thing to do. He's very good in that.
And also
Put that in
Sterling
the
Hayden.
film.
I didn't realize he was in this. It was, of course, McCluskey in The Godfather.
Oh.
Who else? I don't know. Elizabeth.
McCluskey.
Lawrence.
McCluskey.
Mary Mercer. It's amazing when you look down some of these older movies, when you look at the I think the last guy in the credits for Escape from Alcatraz is Danny Glover.
Wow. No kidding.
He had one line.
I told all you guineas to
But I got all you guinea hoods locked up. Too old for my job. Getting cranky. So she doesn't like being called Hanoi Jane now.
No, she...
No, she wants to move on from that.
Yeah, well...
Well, we're not ready.
Sorry.
So fuck you.
A lot of
Yeah.
Vietnam vets aren't
Signed
ready.
America. Fuck you.
Sitting on an anti-aircraft gun in fucking Hanoi.
Yeah, but didn't she say that our guys were lying about being tortured?
Oh, yeah.
As they were being
lying.
tortured?
Yeah.
No, you don't move on from that. Sorry.
No, that's something that's going to be with you for a while longer.
Certain things you just got to take along with you.
Just be happy you weren't tried for treason because it was a fucking
Exactly.
police action, not a war, you rotten
Yeah.
cunt.
They were trying to
Yeah.
say last week she was at some kind of premiere that she looks really hot. How old is she?
She's like 70. She does look good. She was here one day.
Yeah?
Would you know?
Yes, I would. I got a
would.
photo with her.
You
so
would?
I had an
For
interaction
the
with her.
story.
No, because she's actually not bad. And I'm not into older broads at all, but she looks pretty good. Honestly. She's in
Yeah.
great shit. The Jane Fonda workout takes, man. She has a body.
If she was just like fucking Martha Fonda, I don't think I'd be
maybe.
fucking...
I think I would do Jane Fonda, not for the story, just to do it, and I would do Betty White for the story.
Yes.
That's more of a you have to do it for the story.
I don't know about that.
Jane Fonda might be on the border of just doing it because you want to.
Ain't no way I'm fucking no 70-year-old woman.
Would you let her suck your dick? Her cunt don't
All
do it
right.
at her age.
All right.
Her pussy is probably such a fucking dick gripper because of all those workout tapes.
You think that's a dick gripper? A gripper? What? At
yeah,
70?
dick gripper.
At 70? No
Yeah.
way.
I bet her pussy sounds. It's C74. Her pussy probably sounds like the Roper's theme song when it's gripping your dick. That's probably the sound of it.
It's the actual sound of having sex with Jane Fonda. Enjoy.
It's like
Just that part.
in, out, in.
No, it's the.
Yeah. It goes. Yeah, I can't see that as being a dick gripper at 70.
Yeah.
That's like when you have prolapse. She might need a fucking vaginal sling.
You're not a fan of the vaginal
out.
sling?
No, like that fucking, we were talking like the Little Rascals cake.
Right.
Yeah.
Where's your picture with Jane Fonda? I want to see what she looks like, Jimmy. So.
Hanoi Jim.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hanoi Jim.
Nah, but I said something after to the troops.
Oh,
You're pretty much a communist by
Yeah.
just having a picture with her.
Guilt by
That's
association.
right.
Let me see if I have it on here. I might. We got it here at Sirius, and she was coming. I had to fly, so she was coming in very late, and I just got her at the door.
Oh.
And she was a little bit nonplussed. To tell you the
Is that her now? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she keeps herself in good shape. What are you going
got the plastic
What are you going to
surgery.
do?
Taking
I
care
wouldn't
of some
mind
shit.
cramming it where the fucking duty comes out if you know what I'm
Oh,
saying.
God, 70 years of shit pouring out of that?
Yeah, well, if you know.
Come on. That's got to look abused. I bet there's Preparation H in her medicine cabinet. Look at that medicine cabinet sometimes. Oh, boy. It's a world of hurt, right? I know Seinfeld did a thing on that. Was the fungus, anti-fungus thing that ended up being for her cat. But when you look in a
What's wrong with
medicine
it?
cabinet, when you snoop around a girl's place or something, and you see like Prep H and fucking some kind of other shit, you're just like, oh, God.
Just don't see Valtrex. That's what
Yeah.
I got the anti-fungus shit.
Yeah.
I got a little athlete's foot happening right now as I
Oh,
sit here.
Jesus.
It's a little itchy.
You're
How
a
does
guy
that
that's not
happen?
as bad for a guy.
It's a little itchy
Isn't
right
that from, like, how do you get that?
now. Being lazy. I do a lot of bike riding and stuff and keep my sweaty socks on.
Oh, Jesus.
Will that
Giving
do
it
it?
a nice environment.
Sure isn't
to
from
grow
having
shit.
piss on your sock from the toilet ring?
No, it's not. No. I went to the skin doctor and she had to point it out. Oh, and you got some athletes. All right, thank you.
Oh,
You didn't have to point it out. I knew.
it's from being an athlete.
Yeah.
You get the athlete's foot.
So that's where the body comes from.
That's right. Where's the pic?
I don't know if I have it here. My phone doesn't. I sync them with my phone, and they don't sometimes all sync on the phone.
How about everything but the kitchen sink?
Fucking double guns, call me. Fuck, I was gonna say bathroom sink, motherfucker.
Oh, sorry,
What's
Chip.
it doing? Why'd you say that?
I'm sorry, Chip. You could use that, though.
Okay.
I guess the point is the Paul Williams movie, even though it doesn't matter anymore because he's long gone, was good. I liked
Yes.
it.
Yeah, I liked it. I really liked the clips of him on the old shows, though. Merv and stuff like that. Mike Douglas.
Oh, I mean,
And,
just the
Johnny.
Johnny Carson stuff.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people, especially the younger people, they have no idea that when Johnny Carson was on, the whole country watched.
Everyone watched.
At the same time, too.
Yeah.
We don't
didn't
watch
DVR
this,
it.
we don't watch stuff at the same time anymore. We don't even listen to the radio show at the same time.
And you didn't.
We have a massive audience that only listens to the replay.
Yeah. And you didn't live tweet anything. You were pretty much with whoever you were with at that point watching the show, but you knew everyone else in the country was pretty much watching too.
Right.
A weird vibe, that whole thing. And then you talk about it the next day.
Right.
At work or school or whatever.
And you felt kind of out of touch. You felt, I want to say out of touch, but that's not really it.
Left out.
Left out, I guess. Yeah, of
If
course.
you didn't watch it?
Yeah, the next day
Yeah.
at work, if you didn't watch, you're like, oh, fuck.
Everybody else watched.
And they're all talking about it, right?
Yes.
I was eating sushi last night with a friend of mine,
Oh.
and I had forgotten my phone in the car, and I'm like, as we're walking, like, I forgot my phone. She's like, do you want to go back for it? And I'm like, no, it's okay. Just to make myself eat without my fucking phone. Like,
Oh, how was it?
it was fine, but I mean, we were just yapping. She's a comic, so it wasn't, you know.
It's hard to leave the phone behind, but when you do every once in a while, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
It's always thinking like, and then the second you get it, though, you're like, you got to catch up.
Of course, you got to catch up.
Catch up on everything.
But it's not bad to just leave it behind every once in a while.
I missed nothing, and those when there's a moment in the conversation where I'm looking for this picture where you're not talking, it's okay to not just glance down at your phone. Or if someone goes to the bathroom, it's okay to just sit there and think. Instead of going, fuck Google, Twitter, Google, text, Twitter, email, Google, Twitter, text, stock market, even though it's closed, stock market, Twitter, Google, text, Google. Right, you got it. How much stimulation do I need?
And she's only gone for a minute.
That's fucking perfect.
That's what you do. Here's what I do. I open my phone. What do I got? All right, I got text. I got stocks. I got the quick YouTube. I'm going to go to email. Oh, quick. Let me just check my phone to see if I have any missed calls. Let me go to my Echo phone. Let me go to the Twitter app. Fuck me. Endless.
Yeah.
And then we just make plans to go somewhere so we can be on our phones. Why do we even make plans at this point?
Dude, it's so silly.
You make plans with someone and you both sit there at a table on your phone.
On the phone.
It's like, well, we could have probably just stayed home.
It is fucking just weird, man. I don't know. We're in a weird transitional phase here.
Yeah, I hope it becomes something a little
I
different.
don't know what it is. The whole personal one-on-one interaction thing is pretty dead.
It's gone, right?
It really is gone. Like we talk about this the past couple of weeks, how it's not even rude anymore. Right. It's just not even rude to fucking...
it went from being really rude to accepted quickly.
Yeah.
Really quickly.
Yeah.
Fucking going back $100 million deal.
Yeah.
Jesus.
This fucking... Who is...
He's a lunatic, too. He's crazy.
Mrs. Voorhees on
Who the fuck is that? That's Ann Myers.
Drysdale.
She's,
Mrs. Voorhees.
She looks like Mrs. Voorhees.
Write a book, Mommy. Write a book.
Yeah, people aren't born gay. Okay.
What
Keep
happened?
believing that.
Uh-oh. Oh, her.
That's,
Is she?
That, well,
she looks a little
maybe I
manly.
shouldn't say that, but...
Well, she looks a little
She looks way
masculine.
more manly than womanly.
Could just be
Open
from
door
athletics.
for future female athletes. Well, yeah, she is a large woman.
Holy shit. She's more manly than me.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't know if she's gay. I shouldn't have said that. I have no fucking idea.
I don't know, but...
And if she is, whatever. I don't care.
I think you could say that in New York.
What?
That someone looks gay.
Yeah, you can say it looks gay. It's not slander.
Say that, like Sam looks gay.
Yeah.
There's nothing he could do about it, especially because it's absolutely true. He's a flaming homosexual.
Hey, knock it off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but you like to lick a lot of pussy, don't you?
Why do you got this trailer up there?
You were talking about Ishtar.
No, but
2 hours ago,
you have it at a
you
point.
2 hours ago. Yeah.
Bag of shit.
No, was there something you found?
Oh,
Oh,
she
okay,
is.
okay.
I found it.
You found Jane Fonda?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, she's in. Look at the shape she's in, and look at old fat neck.
Oh, Jimmy.
But
That's good, yeah.
She looks good though, man.
She looks just like, some broad. Yeah.
Oh, God, you would do that.
Yes, absolutely.
You wouldn't do that, Ann, huh?
Well, I don't know. I might...
Say you're horny, a little lonely.
Yeah, I probably would.
You've
They're
had
all horned up.
You've had a few pops.
Yeah, I probably would.
There's nothing going on your phone at the time.
Yeah, I probably would.
She knocks on your door. What do you do?
You got to fuck Jane Fonda.
What kind of breath do you think she has? With
Not bad. She's been a celebrity for so long. She's probably decent.
I'd lambaste her about Vietnam.
Oh, yeah, of course. The whole
whole
time.
time I'm
While I
fucking
fucked her.
Fucking do, yeah,
Yeah.
bitch.
Doing it for Sal and for Manny.
Man. Goddamn motherfuckers.
Yeah, you little liars. She'd be like, what? I'm damn water walker. She's eating her pussy. VC! VC! Crocodile VC! Yeah, just keep giving her little reminders.
Yes.
Very
She's
scary.
Hanoi Jane.
Very scary headline about a guy we all don't like. Aiming for mayor of the world. Bloomberg's next act. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know. What do you think he'll do?
Is he trying to be a super mayor, or will he go for the presidency eventually? He's getting too old for that.
won't.
Right?
I don't know, man. That's a tough nut.
He's going after popcorn next. Him and his health officials.
Popcorn?
There it is, right there,
Fuck's
brother.
the problem with popcorn?
City Health weasels go pop.
Pop goes the weasel. Okay, I get it.
So they're going from the sugary drinks, and now they're going for your buttery movie theater popcorn.
Fucking assholes.
See, every time you fucking give them one thing,
Yeah.
it takes something else.
You know, you told me that.
Yeah,
You really
just-
did. You can't budge on any of this shit because they never stop.
That's why you got to fight them, and people
Even on
like,
the dumb stuff.
oh, there's got to be compromises made and stuff. Sometimes you just got to stand your ground and fight, because the second you give them something, they don't pack their bags and leave. They go to the next thing, and then you're just fucked.
Well, they're going after the popcorn isn't a whole lot better than the soda. He works for the mayor's office. The board yesterday agreed to put Bloomberg's big soda ban up for a public hearing, July 24th.
It's ridiculous. You know why? Because you're not fucking every day getting a giant thing of popcorn and eating it. If you go into the movies and you get one of those amazingly giant sodas and popcorns, you're at the movies.
Most people just do it every once in a while.
Moderation is fine, even if it's a binging moderation.
Right.
If you just go to the movies and get that, it's not going to be an issue.
But you see what an elitist pig he is, because he can have his mayo all over as a BLT.
Yeah.
But I eat them sparingly. Well, so do most fucking people, asshole. And the fat people are going to be fat whether or not you regulate their soda size. So what you're doing is you're telling regular people that they can't have it, but you can handle BLTs.
Yep.
You can handle it, but regular people can't.
That's pretty much every law that's made. It's legislation is against law-abiding citizens that just, going around living their lives, and then whoever the law is supposed to be against doesn't pay attention to the law. So they're just saving their jobs.
How many calories in a big, huge tub of movie theater popcorn?
I'm going to guess 1,200.
I'm going to say 5,000.
Wow.
It's too many.
1,650.
It's a lot. I like that Bloomberg put the calorie counts up, though. I like that. And then Anthony Bourdain goes, well, that hasn't changed people's habits. Well, too fucking bad.
Yeah.
It's not our job to change people's habits. It's our job to inform people.
Exactly.
I completely disagree with that. In my dumb little world, it changed how I eat. I used to like a few different things at Starbucks, and then when they put the calories up, I'm like, fuck, I can't eat that every day. Got to keep... Fuck
You
yeah,
kinda
this
know,
in check.
It works.
You kind of know, though, that it's not good for you.
I don't know.
Like you could look at something and go, you know what? I don't need numbers on that to tell me that I probably shouldn't eat the whole thing.
But they trick you by saying low fat or something.
Yeah, well,
so you see something that
liars.
says low fat and you taste it, you go, you know what? This is low fat. It tastes pretty good. All right. And then they finally put the calories up, and it's 800 calories.
Yeah.
Like the regular version would be well over 1,000 is all they're saying.
Just lower, yeah.
Yeah, but 800 calories for a dumb piece of cake is a lot.
Reduced fat.
If you give a shit about, how you eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use all those tricky words, but it doesn't really mean
Very tricky.
that you're eating that healthy.
But I like the fact that he did that. But people who are obese are not always just drinking large soda. He's such a dumb asshole, and I know it's just the start. They binge at home. If you want to stop obesity, here's what you do. You don't penalize people who can handle it. You stop covering people with insurance, and you make them pay out of pocket.
Ooh.
That's the way it is. Insurance companies a lot of times now are making you sign things saying you don't smoke because they don't want to have to fucking pay for you putting...
Right.
And I don't blame them. That's where I don't blame insurance companies.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what we should do with obesity.
Well, they're going to try to go after the popcorn now. And the soda thing they're going to vote on in September, it looks like. You don't think that's going to go through, right?
I don't know. Well, who could tell anymore? Fucking mayor we got. Her Honor.
Her Honor, exactly. I was on, what was I on? Crossing 25th Street last night. And it's a west to east street, and it used to be 3 lanes. It's 1 lane now.
Ugh.
People are parked, and then you have 2 lanes of white lines with what would you say? It's 2 parallel lines with letter H lines there, meaning you can't drive there.
Yeah, you're not allowed to drive. It's get the fuck out of this lane lines.
Oh my God, is he a fucking twat? He really...
What was the reason?
I don't know. He detests... I'm going to tell you, he has no respect for the middle class or people who drive because he doesn't have to.
Yep.
Fucking stinks.
I can't stand that.
Ryan's got a weird question for you.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Oh.
I don't know if it's a weird question, but how are you talking about people should, know what bad things are put in them? You fucking put toxins in your body nightly and drink yourself into a stupor. What are you fucking talking about, bro?
I don't think I drink myself into a stupor every night, but I do partake in alcoholic beverages, mostly on the weekends. But I know, I'm not making excuses. I'm not saying, boy, they should put something on the side of this bottle. Let me know. And it doesn't matter what they put on the side of the bottle. They put warnings and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to pour myself a goddamn drink.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Anthony's business if he does that.
Yeah,
so that's
I think
you're making our point actually.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, because he sits there and says, "Well, people should know that they're putting bad things in." Well, you do the same.
And
thing.
they should.
Everyone does bad
They
things.
should know.
Yes.
Ant's making a choice. That's what this is all
Right.
about. Let the individual make the choice. Don't have your government telling you what you should eat and drink.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
All you can do is give people the information.
Right.
And that, like, Anthony has the information. Yeah, alcohol can be bad for you. He knows that,
Right.
but he drinks it. I know certain things are bad. Opie, that we choose to do them anyway, and then when the consequences come, the consequences come. One of the consequences for being obese and for eating horribly is that to get certain insurance coverage, you should be forced to begin losing weight. If not, your insurance should not have to pay for you shoving food in your fucking face at a disgusting rate.
Yeah. All right. I agree. I'm not defending the insurance staff in the question.
Did you say that, Ant, though? I thought you were more about let the people choose what they want to do with their bodies.
That's what I say.
Yeah. As long as it's legal shit.
I'm not against more information being out there, like the calorie thing, but all I was saying is, I wasn't saying take the numbers down. I said I just don't need numbers to look at something, and you kind of know it's not good for you. Yeah. I didn't say I fucking don't eat it or don't fucking drink it. I'm just saying you do know as a person what is good or bad for you.
Right.
You don't need legislation.
Okay.
Got me, you fucking smart ass.
I'm going to go to work. I love you guys.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Right, thanks, man.
Love you a little less today.
Thank you so much for your phone call. It was very informative.
Yeah.
We really like that one. Disagrees with Jim. It doesn't work up here in Boston. What doesn't work? The calorie thing, Chuck?
Well, first of all, they just passed a law in Middleborough, Massachusetts, that makes it a civil offense, a fine. You get fined if you are caught publicly using profanity.
I heard that it's not a law. I heard they're just talking about it.
No, they just passed it the other day in town council. Now, again...
Are you sure? We got to look that up. Because that's crazy.
It'll never hold up.
No.
Well, that's the argument is that, they can't, figure out how to monitor that. And then one of the news reporters had asked, so give me an example of one of the things that would be considered a use of profanity, and they said we know it when we hear it.
That's the same
one of those.
pornography argument, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be challenged the first time someone gets a ticket for it.
What's that got to do with this, though?
Why are we trying to control language in this country? It's so stupid.
My point is this is the past, that the fact that it's even being discussed makes me ill. And I was saying, where I disagree with Jimmy, is not on the premise itself. I mean, if a restaurant wants to compete and they want to get, there is a definite, market now for healthy foods and stuff like that. I mean, you could put it up there, but don't force a business. If they want to sell shit burgers with, 4 pounds of mayonnaise on there and people want to buy it, then, God bless it. If there's a market for that, that's the free economy. But,
I agree.
Wait, so you don't want restaurants to be forced to show the calories? Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, absolutely. Why should they?
I actually agree with you. I do like that I could see, how many calories in some of these dishes, but I do agree with you. If you own a restaurant, it's your business.
No, here's why I don't agree with you, bro. Because I think that, the FDA, so that's like saying that you don't want the Food and Drug Administration to have any say over what gets regulated.
Oh, inspecting your food.
I like to be informed, and I don't trust big businesses or any businesses enough to look out for my best interest. I don't know what they're putting in that food. The reason I have no mercy for the tobacco companies is because they lied for so many years about what they knew.
Right.
And people want to believe certain things.
But you kind of know what's in the food.
Right, but
they're not using illegal ingredients.
But when they say...
When you see a fucking greasy bacon cheeseburger coming your way to maybe another table, you already know that's the worst thing you could eat.
But it's changed my eating habits.
E-Rock. Talking like this, he's just drooling.
Right.
FDA is their responsibility. If you go into Starbucks and you get a drink that's going to cause you to grow a third nut or something, they're gonna step in. But if you go into a supermarket and get bananas and apples and eat that, 24 hours a day, that's not healthy for you either.
Wait, so you're saying you don't think that products should put calories or ingredients on the back either? Like every cookie package does it. Everything you buy in a supermarket has a calorie count or a package count or I mean, I'm sorry, a fat count and fiber. So you don't think that should be there either? So we shouldn't be informed about what we're eating?
No, you're right. You just convinced me.
Oh, I love when that shit happens.
Wow.
That was, I mean, you hit the, I guess you're right, 100%. Like, I mean, I didn't look at, a restaurant like it's a package. That's a good point. A restaurant is nothing more than a food wrapper, I guess, that's, delivering it to you.
You just know, though. I don't know.
Well, like you said, that reduced fat stuff, though, dude. That's hard to know.
I like when a restaurant shows responsibility and will give you the calories, but I don't really like them being forced to do that.
Hey, Opie, real quick, if you're ever up in Boston, I do a TV show up here on New England Cable News, and we're doing a celebrity golf tournament all summer long.
Fuck. Let's do this.
We want you to bring, Rich Voss or something and play in it. But you play against, like, NBA legends and, a lot of the Boston athletes and things like that. But we'd love to have you be part of it. I was listening to the replay before this show and heard you. And I'll give you golf clubs, but you don't have to blow me together.
That was pretty funny, yeah. That was a twisted scenario yesterday. No, I now can afford my own golf clubs, so I don't have to blow anyone, thank God.
You want to put them on hold? And
Yeah, I actually would go up there for that. Hold on, all right?
You bet.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, that guy pitching. He's pitching his fucking gig.
I just like playing golf.
Nice.
I don't need to do it with celebrities. If it's for a good cause, though, maybe. I don't mind a good cause every once in a while.
Oh, sure. You got to be a little philanthropic.
Is it Burger King or McDonald's with the sundae? I get
Burger King, the bacon sundae.
King.
Fucking love Burger King now.
Bacon
When can we try this shit?
Sounds good, right?
Sounds terrible.
500
bacon,
calories.
Bacon and ice cream don't mix.
I was arguing this with Travis. Bacon goes with everything.
It does.
Yeah.
Have you ever had bacon and eggs and then you have a side bowl of cereal and then maybe you have a spoonful of cereal and then like, oh, a piece of bacon. You're pretty much mixing it right there.
Well, I don't do that. It's crazy.
It's only little bits
How
of
about
bacon.
you try it
crazy
before you
talk.
say all this?
Because I know
Did you
that certain things don't go together.
Did you try the bacon cupcake that was in here a few months back?
I didn't.
A little piece of bacon on top? Nice.
I don't like
It was good.
meat with ice cream.
I'm telling you, I would dip the bacon in that ice cream sundae.
It's
no
probably
problem.
good, dude. It's probably fucking
I'm telling
good.
you that is
can,
good.
My brain can process this, and the tastes do not go together.
When can we get those? Today? Let's try them
500
today.
and something calories. It's not as horrible as I would have thought. I don't know how, probably a thimble size.
But that's my point. You know it's not good for you.
Right.
Going into it.
I can't imagine.
But the calorie count actually made me go, I might try it because it's 500 and something, I think, which I would have thought it was way more than that. That's a lot, but it's not.
It's probably really small then
Yeah.
if it's only 500 calories. You wouldn't try
Yeah, it's
it?
probably
You got to
small.
try it at least, Dan. You like bacon?
I love bacon, and I love ice cream,
There
but
you
not
go.
together.
There you go.
No.
There you go.
No.
You just said it.
Well, I love spaghetti and I love cereal, but I'm not going to mix them together.
That's a little rough.
That would be fucking terrible.
That's a little
That's
rough.
true.
And this is the same fucking thing. This falls into the same category.
Anthony wears the color black, and he also likes people.
There you go. We got to try this. Let's just not. I think it's going to be really good.
I cannot imagine bacon and ice cream being good and chocolate sauce and caramel in there.
They are going to sell a shitload of these.
Of course, because there's fucking slobs out there.
But in the end, it tastes good.
No.
Because there's other shitty stuff you can get at Burger King. But this in particular is going to do well. What's in it, Sam?
It looks like vanilla ice cream, hot fudge, caramel, and bacon.
Oh,
my
E-Rock
God.
just came. Just came down his leg.
You think he's leaking clear
Oh,
stuff?
he's leaking.
E-Rock, are you a bacon guy?
Bacon, yes. Fudge and
Does
ice
it feel like
cream, no.
cannibalism?
Yeah, he doesn't really like sweets, believe it or not.
Wow.
What's your weakness?
He likes meats, not sweets.
Floorboards.
His arches.
I'm sorry, I don't mean those things. So, yeah, you don't like a lot of dessert stuff,
I don't.
right?
I don't like.
I'm not a
What are you
sweet
into?
person. Sandwiches.
You love sandwiches?
with a lot of mayo.
Tomorrow we'll have sandwiches.
Like, what's your weakness in sandwich-wise? Like
He
what's...
loves sandwiches.
He does?
I love the way he
Food
says
I
it
like you
when we're
all
talking about it.
despise. So
Like, would you eat,
He likes Doritos and stuff like that. He likes his
cold
snacks in
hamburger
bags.
helper.
Oh, my
Whoa, man. Oh, my God. That sounds awful.
It's great.
Without the hamburger in it?
No, you make it, and
All
then
right.
whatever's left over, you put in the fridge, and then you have it the next day when it's
Cold shit that's supposed to be hot sucks. There's only a very few things that you could eat out of the fridge when it's supposed to be hot.
Now try it.
No, I will not. You know what? Cold food skeeves me out when it's supposed to be hot. Like, I don't even like it, like, getting on me or anything. It's like, ew.
You don't like cold food?
No, not when it's supposed to be hot. I like cold food that's supposed to be cold.
like, what's a good cold food that's supposed to be hot? Sounds like a hacky radio break, but I mean...
All right.
Everyone would say pizza.
I'll tell you.
I like cold pizza.
I'll eat
Even
if I
though I
have
don't
to.
like cold pizza,
I don't like it, though.
I'd rather it be hot.
Pasta's
Absolutely.
good.
What?
Pasta.
You could act. No.
No,
yeah,
it's not.
I've had
It's
cold
gotta
pasta.
be. No,
Not
it's
bad.
gotta be hot.
Not bad.
Cold spaghetti in the
No,
sauce.
it's
Not bad.
terrible.
Not bad.
Terrible. It needs
if
to
you're
be
lazy,
hot.
you take it out of the refrigerator and go to town.
It's horrid.
Not
Ice
bad.
cream?
No.
Cold French fries?
Chip.
I don't know about
Sometimes.
that.
Lunch came as I was napping, so I didn't feel like heating up my French fries.
Oh.
I went cold French fries yesterday.
Really?
With the chicken sandwich that was cold.
You can get away with chicken.
Yeah, cold chicken.
Cold
Yeah.
chicken you can get away with.
Cold French fries, I didn't
And
mind.
turkey, you just pluck it off the
Yeah.
fucking thing in the fridge. That you can get away with.
Pasta,
Sometimes
you can get away with it, I'm telling you.
Sometimes, like beef, if it's like London broil and it's sliced thin, you could eat it like without heating it up. That's okay, but not a big fatty piece of fucking steak or anything. No, this pasta is the worst thing. I can't even like smell cold fucking pasta with sauce. It's got to be in the microwave. Heat that fucker up, and then it's wonderful.
I'd rather have it heated up, but I could eat it cold.
You don't
no
eat
problem.
like Chef Boyardee SpaghettiOs right out of the can.
All right, that's rough.
Take 2
That I can't
minutes.
do.
What's wrong with you? It's got to get in your body that quickly.
It's delicious.
Oh God, you're like a goat.
Delicious.
Jesus.
Like a goat.
Eats a whole can.
Wow.
My pal Sarah from Buffalo, she writes, there are people in Western New York who dip Wendy's fries in chocolate Frosties. Yes,
I've
I
seen people do
Yeah,
that.
that's
Roland
I
does
like
that.
that.
And chicken
Roland
nuggets.
does it?
I like that.
Chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
Really?
dip a chicken nugget in a frosty.
It's the salty
crazy.
sweet thing. I
So
mean,
why
it's
can't
good.
you do this? Yeah, the bacon is the salt, then you got the vanilla ice cream. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, this thing is
I
going to
bet
be a
it's going to be
hit.
great. When's it coming out?
Tomorrow.
All right, we're going to get these tomorrow. Let's not forget.
Hey, E-Rock, what kind of sandwich is a weakness for you? Like is it a big sub roll, like a
Sandwich.
Kaiser roll, or?
It depends. Like you can do the Kaiser roll, or I like a nice Jewish rye bread.
With what on it? I like rye bread too.
Rye bread's the
Nice
best.
You don't like rye
Jewish
bread?
rye.
I've never liked rye
Do they have
bread.
seeds in them?
Have
Caraway
to have the
seeds?
seeds in 'em.
I hate caraway seeds.
You know what? Bring them here, thieves.
Ah, get it?
So what kind of sandwich do you love right
And
now?
people that eat 7-grain bread and stuff,
No, that's
blow me.
ridiculous.
It's like you're fucking chewing on gravel.
It's a coaster.
I don't need that. I like nice soft bread.
You don't like rye
I'm so
bread?
angry with
I
bread.
love rye bread.
I hate rye bread, and I don't like pumpernickel.
I love
I
it.
hate
You
pumpernickel.
don't like the rye pumpernickel swirl?
No, it looks
Oh,
like cake, and then you get fooled when you bite it. Hate that.
That's the worst bread ever.
Pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel's
That's
good.
horrible.
Do you like liverwurst? Do you know what I'd like to have right now?
Liverwurst.
Here's what I would eat right now.
Liverwurst, yes.
I would eat a liverwurst sandwich on rye with a piece of fucking Swiss and some
Spicy
mustard,
mustard, yep.
and a fucking onion.
No, not
Look
the
at
onion.
this.
Ugh.
Look at this. Hang on.
You got a liverwurst hard on you.
Jimmy just rolls his seat back. He rolls back in his seat, and
He's
he shows
excited.
a pup tent in his jeans,
Well,
just talking about liverwurst.
I hate liverwurst because growing up, that was our go-to lunch a lot.
That's the best.
Oh, it was horrible with that yellow mustard on Pepperidge Farm bread. There was way more liverwurst than bread.
Oh, yeah, it stinks.
Oh, it was horrible.
We used to have bologna. When
Bologna's
bologna sandwich.
No, it's not. It's
Bologna's
terrible.
No, if you
Bologna's
get the
another
right kind,
poverty
it's
food.
the best.
Which I had
No.
eat too. Bologna.
Genoa salami's good.
Boar's head bologna is
I would
the
hate
best.
those little things that would be in bologna. You'd bite into them. They had a spicy taste too. What were those little pieces of
What?
Oh, those are like in salami. Those
Yeah.
little fucking
The pepper.
pepper.
You get them in bologna
things.
once in a while too.
Yeah, you'd have to pick those out.
I was so jealous when I went to friends' houses and they had individual sliced cheese. We never had that.
Oh, no.
We had to cut our cheese off a big fucking hunk of cheese.
A block?
Oh,
Government
yeah.
cheese.
And you never cut it properly. It was always
Individually
too
wrapped?
It was always too thick.
Oh. Well, I think we're going to add to this conversation with Club Soda Kenny.
Yes, Kenny.
Boy.
You want me to add something funny?
Just
Yes.
whatever you want to do.
This is the end of the conversation.
Yes.
I had a boss, and when he liked to eat bologna sandwiches for lunch, but he would say, "Get me a horse cock sandwich on rye."
I don't even...
What?
Because a bologna looks like a horse cock,
It's like a horse cock.
big and
Yeah.
fat.
Oh.
That's what he used to say.
Oh, this is a real thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Kenny original.
Oh,
he used to actually say
a
that.
boss.
I would
Yeah.
assume.
I would
Was
assume.
it Dice?
No.
Oh.
It was when somebody used to be a policeman.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
sandwich.
Get me a horse cock sandwich.
No. He used to eat kosher.
Kosher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that picture of Dice.
People
Got the
want to
big
know
glasses on.
where you at with cold egg rolls.
No.
If your Chinese food is cold.
No, Chinese food definitely has to be fucking warm. It congeals.
I completely agree with
It
you on that one.
congeals.
And this guy says the bacon sundae is phenomenal. There's a restaurant in Detroit that already has it. Brian.
Yeah, I was totally against it until they had the chocolate-covered bacon. I had no idea what it was. I'm hooked.
I bet it sells very well in Detroit.
We're going to try these things tomorrow.
Yeah.
Would you at least have an open mind? Because I'm willing to bet that you would like it. I think you're going to like this.
I will have a taste of one.
I think you
brought
might
to
like
me
this.
fresh and covered. I don't want anybody. You spitting this?
Did you ever have cold sweet and sour chicken with the sauce not on it?
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
It's
No.
amazing, right?
It's good.
Yeah, it's
No.
amazing. You gotta try it.
Even the cold
I don't.
sauce is good, but
Oh, you and your cold sauces. They get fucking hard and congealed and fucking separate.
General Tao's chicken.
Chow, so
It's chow.
there's
No, it's
so many
not.
different ways.
Yes, it is.
It's not Tao.
It's not
I've
General
never heard
Tao.
Tao.
It's Sao, I think.
Who do you like? Do you like the
heard
drug
so
Cesar? You dumbbell?
It's called General So's, General Chow,
Chow.
General.
I go General Chow, yeah.
It's not Tao.
Yeah.
Sao.
Yeah.
I love General Chow's chicken.
I don't order it anymore because I don't like saying it because I don't know how it's said.
You think that's healthy, though?
Yeah.
No.
You think that chicken skin's healthy?
No. But dude, it's
boy.
good.
Oh, is it good?
It's fucking good. But I'd love some nice General
good.
Chow's chicken with some brown rice and a fucking hand job.
Some fucking Chinese
Bring it all together.
General warrior. They've named chicken after him after years and years.
Because probably to do to people, he'd probably carve them up and.
Oh, no, he's probably run away. He's a chicken. He wasn't brave.
That's funny as chicken.
Let's go to break.
Dishonored.
Let's go to break.
Yeah, we got to eat.
We got to talk about Sandusky.
Oh boy, is he in trouble!
Oh, he's in
Oh
a bit of trouble.
boy, is he in trouble!
I just wish others would be in trouble. We all know Sandusky's in trouble, but what the fuck?
McQuarrie's a piece of shit too.
He is, right?
Although at least he did something. I'll say that. I think he didn't know what to do, but I think he did do something.
Yeah.
I don't hate McQuarrie. He
I
might
think down the line they dropped the ball on that one.
Right.
I think he did something. Not enough, perhaps, but
Something.
I think other people didn't do a lot more than he didn't do.
I think he didn't know what to do.
Yeah. We got the latest on the Sandusky trial next. And later this morning, Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, that's
a
right.
real celebrity.
Yeah, we like when Jimmy Fallon comes on through. What is he promoting this time around?
He's got an album
Nice.
with a bunch of his songs on it, like a bunch of the guest things that he's done, like the Paul McCartney song and
Right.
the Bruce Springsteen song, and he put his T. Bowie song on there.
Ooh.
So he did a whole album, and he has a sequel book to his thank you notes book.
Damn it.
Yeah.
We should put out an album. Some of the weird songs that have
Drew
been
Boogie
made.
already did it.
Yeah.
No, but, you know, like
I'll fucking
with the O&A label.
I'll sing on it.
Yeah.
An old-fashioned love song.
There you go. There's one.
Coming down in three-part harmony, yeah.
Can we play a song from Fallon's album or no?
Do we have any in the
right.
system?
Well,
I know
maybe-
Roland has copies of it.
Well, how about we get a copy before we...
Give us all copies, Roland.
Please, Roland. Please. All right. I don't know how to go to break, so...
Well, Roland's
I don't know
coming up
how
here
you go
with-
to break on satellite radio. It's the weirdest fucking thing. Just hit something.
The Opie and Anthony Channel.
Hip, hip, hop, you don't stop.
Is that us, I guess? We're all eating. Thanks, E-Rock. What was that off Fallon's album?
Yeah, that's the history of rap with Justin Timberlake.
Blow Your Pants Off is the name of the CD he's promoting today. Was that him singing all those?
Him and
Holy
Justin
fuck.
Timberlake.
And the Roots in the back.
Some pretty good impressions in there, right?
The Roots. Yeah, it was pretty good. Actually, sounded, you know, they were on the show doing impressions of people. It sounded like the real people. That was pretty good.
Did you guys see the pictures of the Miami face-eating victim?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Looks like he has an egg over his eye.
Oh, my God, yes. You see that, all those crescent, bite marks on his head?
But to know that was done by someone eating your face.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
And then they also have, he also has bullet wounds in his chest.
Yeah, apparently when they were offing the guy that was eating him, might have.
He took a couple bullets?
Might have taken a couple rounds himself.
So not only did he have his face eaten off, his eyes are completely gone.
Yep.
Both eyes gone?
It looks.
They don't know. One has been chewed out.
Oh, my God.
Was gouged out. One is still there. They don't know if he'll be able to use it. He may be able to use his one eye. Let's hope he has some vision left.
That'll be good. So you can see what he looks like.
Oh, yeah, right? You want to kind of hope you don't have your vision.
At that point?
Yeah.
Nah. You want your eyes always.
Fucking nose is gone.
You want your
Just
eyes.
gone. He bit his nose off. He bit his nose off.
Very disturbing, but he's
That's fucked
he's
up.
finally awake and he's walking around. The
Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him. Oh, that's too much. That is too fucking much.
They're always worried that when they say, what do you want to eat, he's going to go, I'll have a side of nose.
Oh, no.
I don't even know what that means. I don't know.
I'll have a side of nose, please, with a little beard whisker thrown in there for good measure.
Beard was, yeah, he's a big bearded face guy.
That'd be the worst.
Gonna get
to eat,
hair
right?
in your teeth. Yeah. Biting his head.
All right. Oh, Henry Hill died, huh?
Yeah, huh?
Oh, look, E-Rock's
man.
just been waiting.
E-Rock was waiting.
We didn't set that up ahead of time. E-Rock was just waiting.
He really was waiting for that.
He had his hoof over the button.
He was only 69.
Well, he kind of had a hard life, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah.
That seems like that's some old beef.
Yeah, either that or he needed the insurance money.
He needed the money!
Yeah.
Would you rather eat a face cold or hot? Very good question. We were just doing this bit. If you had to eat a face, would you have to heat it up or go cold?
You gotta eat face cold.
Cold.
Right off the fucking bone. Oh, it's
No,
delicious.
hot.
Like my mother used to make. My mother used to cook the face. It would fall apart. Melt in your mouth.
My mother would fricassee a head, the cheeks, they would tumble right off. You just kiss them and they fall off in your mouth.
Oh, they fall off. You fucker, you pull it out of the sauce. It wasn't even on the skull no more. You'd have to pull it out of the sauce. So, delicious. And the chin, the tender chin. Oh, I'd be like, I want the chin, mamma mia. Yeah. Oh, so he's dead, huh?
Yeah, 69. What did
All
he die
those
of?
years.
Undisclosed illness.
Yeah, no, undisclosed illness, but his wife said he was sick for some time now.
Some kind of cancer then, I guess, huh?
Maybe
Yeah, I heard on the radio she was saying, like, it was cigarette-related. She was blaming the
He did
cigarettes.
smoke a lot of
Maybe he
cigarettes.
had emphysema.
He did smoke a lot of cigarettes. But, wow, you know something? Everyone thought the mob was going to get him for years, you know? Mm-hmm. I mean, he did rat on him. Mm-hmm. But
Why didn't
leave
they
him
kill
alone?
him or Sammy the Bull? I mean, I know those guys
It's a
are pretty
weird thing.
high-profile guys, and you know, but they're not that high profile where you couldn't just have somebody shoot them in the car. I'm not saying I want that to happen, but
yeah.
like you think the mob would do that to send the message, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Sammy's a scary fucking dude, though.
Sammy the Bull's scary, but you know
He's
what?
just a guy.
Yeah. Oh, Henry Hill died like the day after his birthday.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, boy.
Blowing out his candle, his fucking lungs fell out.
Fell out. I needed those lungs, Karen.
Yeah. Yes. They had emphysema in them, Henry.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess the mob just kind of lost its Oomph.
They lost a lot of that with the RICO statutes. I'm telling you, the RICO statutes hurt the Mafia.
Scared the shit out of anybody that, you could send out your enforcer to kill somebody, but you're going down too if you're even in the same group as him.
And also, like, guys will do 5 or 6 or even 8 years for you, whatever, but you're not going to get guys willing to do 25 years for you.
No.
It's just too much time.
Yep. So they started turning. And that fucking rat, they didn't kill him, though.
No.
He got to live out his life.
Where was he living?
I don't know. He was out of witness protection, wasn't he?
He actually committed crimes.
Yeah.
Near Malibu.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
So he wasn't even,
Malibu's nice.
leaving the country. Or
No kidding.
Is that California, Iraq?
Malibu, Florida?
Probably Malibu, Florida.
I bet it is Malibu, Florida.
And it's California?
Was it California?
Oh.
How come it's not Malaya?
Double guns.
DG, baby.
Yes.
We got a guy getting his wisdom teeth out. Another one of these videos. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes. What is he, under anesthesia?
Maybe. Do we have the video this came from? Or should I play it from over here?
I'm over here now.
I'll wait for Danny to send it to me.
Turn that off.
Let's say hi to Anthony in Staten Island.
Hey.
Hi, I'm in Staten Island, guys.
What's up,
How are
Anthony?
you?
Hey guys, how are you?
Oh, who's
All
this?
right.
The reason why they can't kill Sammy the Bull is because he's in solitary confinement in Texas, and he's dying of thyroid cancer. So what's the sense by even going after him?
You gotta
is he?
send a message.
Yeah.
He's been dying of the same thyroid cancer for 20 years.
He has thyroid cancer. Fuck.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, you know what? He's not even worth even a bullet anymore.
No, I don't mean that, but I mean before when he was out in Arizona. Obviously now I get it, but before.
Yeah.
Oh, Arizona, they went out and looked for him and tried to kill him, but the cops in Arizona,
They do.
the police came out there to protect him.
Oh, okay. How come they didn't get it? Oh, so why didn't they get him in jail?
This is great.
Sorry, we're looking at something else. Yeah.
He was too protected in jail?
Yeah, he was in solitary confinement in jail. So
Oh, yeah, no one could get you in there, right? No, come on. It's the Mafia. They're supposed to be able to.
Well, you should, but Mafia isn't like it used to be anymore.
Yeah, I'm surprised because he was selling like ecstasy in Arizona. He wasn't as it wasn't like he just went into like kind of civilian hiding. He started dealing in the business again.
Yeah.
And then he came out of witness protection. He's like, hey, if they're going to come after me, come after me. Like he just.
No, but Jim, when he wrote the book, his life, he told everybody, whoever wants to kill me, come and get me.
Right.
How do you know so much about this, Anthony from Staten Island?
Well, my father grew up in.
Yeah, huh?
Just say that.
I heard it in your voice.
No kidding.
I definitely could hear it in his voice.
I'm on my best behavior right now.
Hey, yeah.
He's a scary guy, though.
Around this life.
Paisan.
Sammy the Bull's a frightening dude, man. He was a guy that I think even other guys in that business knew you had to be very cautious with him.
No, the only one who was very frightening was John Gotti.
Really? It was scarier than Sammy the Bull?
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
John will kill you in a minute.
Oh, okay.
John was a good guy, though, with the with his neighborhood and everything.
Well, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I mean, these guys back in the 80s were all gentlemen and everything else. And
Gentlemen,
they're all
yeah.
cowboys, and they don't respect anything.
No, there's no more code.
No,
It's gone, and that's pretty much what the whole thing was based around. You know, you can't have that organization without the respect and the code. And, when you just got these fucking jadruls walking around.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
They all think they're a bunch of tough guys.
A bunch of tough guys, right? No respect.
No
Yeah,
respect,
I hear
exactly.
you. What'd you have last night? Some scungil?
Had some little scugil, galamad, and a little greenie.
I love my Italian brethren.
Yeah.
All right there, Anthony. Thanks
you,
for the
sir.
call, man.
I love this show. Jim, you're great. Hope you're great. Anthony, you're great.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, thank you, Anthony.
Oh, great.
Thanks,
See you, buddy.
guys.
All right. Thank God he likes us. So this is the video, Sam?
Yes.
All right.
What do we
this is,
got here?
Chatty without wisdom teeth is awesome. You can watch along on break.
All right, and we'll put it on our Facebook page.
Or after work.
Everything goes on our Facebook page that's kind of visual on this show.
Yeah, don't
Opie and
worry
Anthony on
about it.
Facebook, one word. Let's do this.
Let me see this guy. Oh, boy.
Czechoslovakia and Russia.
Oh,
they tied.
How do you say it? Czechoslovakia?
Yeah, good job.
And was it Russia?
Russia.
They're bad people, huh?
No, they're not bad.
Do they wear the big hats?
Sometimes.
Like, remember that guy we saw in the toy store? That black guy? Yeah, big hat. And I got a picture, but I felt so cool.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you want something to eat, Chad?
Yes, please.
Would you like some ice cream?
What's this guy on?
Well, I was thinking we could get some Panda Express.
I don't think so.
We go to
But
Pancake's
you're
house.
Mom, so you know it's best.
Okay, I'll go get you a bowl of ice cream.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, you just sleep. If you're tired, you go to sleep, okay?
Okay, but I'm not tired, so I don't want to go to sleep. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
How are you doing today?
Good.
I'm gonna have a fire tonight.
What?
You want to?
But, well, I don't want to make it because I think I'm kind of stoned. And so I could probably myself. My dad worked so hard to build it for us.
Oh, my God, he's crying now.
Yeah.
I killed someone last week.
Just confesses to murders and rapes.
Scared me. You gotta say something before you touch me. Like say Chad, I'm gonna
Sandusky.
touch your arm. Okay. Look at my tongue. Is it not?
This guy is fucked up.
Say hi to your dad.
Hey Dad, I love you.
He's on the phone.
I don't know how I'm doing. I'm just crying and watching soccer. And Mom will give me Panda.
Are you a faggot?
Ice cream, which is really good.
Stop crying.
Are you gonna come home soon to see me? Okay, good. The lady that was really nice to me. Yeah, she gave me an IV and put these things in my nose.
Oh, I
And
heard
guess
pussy too.
what?
Yeah.
Next thing I knew, I woke up. I guess I'm done. I don't know if I have to go back yet, though. Really? You really think I'm done?
Drugs rule.
Okay, good. Well, you're really smart, and I trust you more than I trust Mom.
Oh, this kid's embarrassing.
So, I'm gonna believe you. The ball just went out of bounds and the keeper grabbed it. What do you do then? Oh, corner kick. Just kidding. Showing it on the TV. Sorry, Dad.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Russia and Slovakia played. Is that how you say it?
Oh, boy.
A hamburger? No, Mom will be pissed at you. Because she says I can't eat that stuff. She says I have to have soup and Arizona. Yeah, Smoothie King. But if you want, you could give me a Smoothie King. But don't spend lots of money because we need to save our money for a Great Depression.
Oh, my God. What the
Why are you
fuck?
laughing at me?
How long is this fucking video?
Really?
Oh, my God.
It's only half
I'm
over.
being fun.
We
Enough
can
of this.
stop anytime.
Enough
Yeah.
of this fruit.
Yeah, they should have edited this a little bit.
Yeah.
I wish I could be funny one day.
All
One day I'm
right.
gonna be really funny. And guess what?
He's hamming it up.
I'm gonna make
You think so?
$1 million. And
I think at the
could buy a
beginning
new
he was...
house.
You think he's hamming it
'Cause
up?
the-
I don't know. I think at the beginning he was a little more fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's just starting to wear off.
Yeah. I like it. He's fucked
Yeah,
up, but he
it-
has a weird voice on top of it, too.
Yeah. They should have edited them.
Kind of
yeah.
like Bobcat a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, let's get our dicks hard.
Oh.
Sandusky time.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
This is the day we battle with the soap.
Soap battles.
Pertussis pit stop?
What happened?
I don't know.
Jeff Gordon teams up to raise awareness on pertussis.
Why? I hate when athletes get involved
Don't
with...
team up.
Yeah, exactly. Do we need a race car driver to talk about pertussis?
Yes.
Are you coughing? Sometimes nothing will slow up my racing game like coughing. Fucking asshole. If you're worried about your racing game, how about you fight wolves?
If my carburetor starts coughing, I might lose a race. If you start coughing, you could lose your life. Hi, I'm a dick fuck that drives around in circles.
Some of my best friends have been burned to death in fires going fast. Do you have the sniffles? I lost a friend to a 4-car pileup. Pertussis is very bad. You'll know you have it because you'll be coughing for 3.5 months straight. You drive in a circle quickly. Those things aren't connected. I don't know why I'm here.
Why am I here?
I coughed one time.
When you hit the wall at 200 miles an hour, you might cough up some glass. If you have pertussis, you're coughing up mucus. Mucus on the track will make you skid.
Old Dale Earnhardt hit some mucus and slid right into a wall, and he coughed himself out of the window.
Jesus. Yeah, let's get to the hotness.
McQueary takes stand in Sandusky sex abuse trial.
Yeah, you bet he does. Fucking A.
McQueary.
Do you want to read this, Jimmy?
McQueary.
Former Penn State assistant coach.
He lowers his voice.
Mike McQueary told jurors in Jerry Sandusky's sex abuse trial Tuesday that he saw his ex-colleague with a prepubescent boy in an on-campus shower, and that he heard skin on skin.
I love that
smacking sound.
He heard that fucking. God. It's like that fucking the balls slapping sound, the fucking the thighs slapping,
the unmistakable sound of
thigh on ass,
a penis going into an asshole.
Yes, the sound of one dick clapping.
Jesus.
McQueary told the jury he was at home in bed watching the film Rudy when he decided to go to the football team building. He said he walked into the support staff locker room to put away a pair of new sneakers, and as he opened the door, he heard the noise. Not to digress, but Rudy was a marvelous film.
Why?
When they carry him with his victory, he ran the ball.
Oh, you're getting all teary-eyed?
Yeah, I used to yell, Rudy. Rudy. Very much skin-on-skin smacking sound, he said. I immediately become alert and was kind of embarrassed that I was walking in on something. Embarrassed?
Yeah.
Don't embarrass me.
All right.
That's what. How awful is that? He's fucking... He knows that he's hearing somebody get fucked in the ass. He's probably thinking it's two players.
Oh, man.
You know, you don't think.
Right.
So he said, I felt like I was walking outside. He said he turned and glanced over his right shoulder at a mirror that had a 45-degree angle and saw Sandusky standing behind a boy propped up against a wall.
Oh, my God.
He estimated the boy to be 10 to 12 years old. He said the boy's hands were on the wall. The glance would have taken only 1 or 2 seconds. I immediately turned back to my locker to make sure I saw what I saw. McQueary said he looked directly into the shower and saw Sandusky standing right up against the back of a young boy with his arms around his midsection, the closest proximity that I think you can be in.
Apparently, when your dick is in someone's ass, you can't really get much closer.
When asked what he saw, McQueary said the defendant's midsection was moving subtly. McQueary said that he tried to think and then put his shoes in his locker and slammed it shut hard. Now, I understand you don't know how to react, but there's a child being fucked in the ass, and you still take your shoes off.
Hey, he slammed the locker door. You know.
I made the loud noise in an attempt to say, someone's here, break it up.
Break it up.
Jesus.
A child rape. This whole fucking school is just filled with pieces of shit who care more about the sports program and their own futures than a child. They really, and I know he did something, and maybe you can't run in there, but how do you not walk over and go, excuse me?
In that situation, you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
How do you not make that kid feel safe?
Right. By the way, I'm calling the fucking police.
Or just put a towel around the kid.
10 to 12 years old. What the fuck?
He said, McQueary said, adding that he stepped closer to the opening of the shower room and saw they were separated and facing him directly. We looked directly into each other's eyes.
Oh, sexy.
At that time, I left the locker room and went upstairs.
Oh, good.
Oh, he said it was more than his brain could handle. I was making decisions on the fly. I picked up the phone and called my father to get advice from a person I trusted most of my life because I just saw something ridiculous. So I understand it's shocking, but I guess when you're a grown man, and you see an adult fucking a 10-year-old in the ass, you don't know what you should do.
Yeah.
You're put in a position where you have no choice.
You got to do something.
Yeah, he's thinking about his career and all this other
shit.
shit, but guess what? You were put in a position, there's no choice here.
Oh, he said he
Holy
was very vague
fuck.
with his father on the phone, and that his dad, John, told him to leave immediately and come to the house. Not call the cops, not see if the kid's all right.
Yeah.
McQuarrie said he went to Coach Paterno's house the next morning and relayed what he had seen, but did not describe the act explicitly out of respect for the coach and his own embarrassment. I don't know. I guess most overrated guy in history, Joe Paterno, his fucking feelings were too fragile. Is that what it was?
Yeah, he's
Fuck all these people. Fuck all these guys.
It's a giant cover-up. They were just trying to protect everyone else's jobs, the school's reputation,
legacy,
the coach, the
football
legacy.
God, what shitty
at the
fucking people.
expense of a fucking child
10
rape.
to 12-year-old.
What
Fucked
shitheads.
in the ass
Amazing.
by some old creep.
Oh my god!
But it sounds like he just, gave Paterno enough info, though.
Absolutely.
And Paterno still did what? What did he do? Because now we're going to have to deal with all these assholes that
I think even they
bleed
know.
Penn State football.
Even Penn State fans, the more details that are coming out, you don't hear them piping up anymore.
Not as much, right?
How can they?
With this testimony, oof.
Fucking horrendous. And he might not have been fucking the kid. Like, he might have literally been pressed up against him and had his dick. Like, I've done it to girls before. You put your dick under their ass, like in between their legs, where you mock fucking them from the back when you're not.
Sure.
It might not have been an actual, because he's saying that his hips were moving subtly.
That's not
fun.
okay either.
Oh, no, of course not. You gotta
Okay. Yeah. That's just as bad, I'm thinking. Yeah. What the fuck? What happened to the kid after all this?
Don't know.
Where was his parents? What did they know? Are we going to find out?
I don't know. I don't know which numbered victim that one was.
Well, there's also the bedtime routine.
Bedtime routine.
I didn't see this yet, Jim.
Love a good bedtime routine.
The second, should we go? This is some.
Fuck yeah.
This is the second Sandusky accuser. Details bedtime routine. The second day of Jerry Sandusky's criminal trial began with tearful testimony from a young man who said he was sexually abused. Blah blah. Joseph McGettigan, senior deputy attorney. Okay, question witnesses for an hour. Okay. The young man who has been referred to as Victim 1 was a freshman at Clinton County. When his mother filed, this is a high school, his mother filed the complaint against Sandusky in 2008. This is what led to the Attorney General's investigation. Tuesday morning, the witness said he met Sandusky through the Second Mile Charity, which was just a fucking, a boy-ass and dick assembly line for this guy.
Yeah, this was a smorgasbord for this guy.
Yeah, it was a young cock and balls buffet.
Oh, yes.
Founded by him. And he said he was invited to football games and eventually slept over more than 100 times in the basement of the Sandusky home. At first it was, he would kiss me on the forehead goodnight. And when it came to him kissing me on the cheek, and then it came to him kissing me on the cheek and rubbing my back and pulling me on top of him and cracking my back, the young man said.
We got to crack your back.
What a move. Hey, he's got good moves.
I thought he sees me as family, and this is what family does.
Oh, wow.
So he didn't, you're that age, you don't want to react.
This is what family does.
The young man said the bedtime routine continued after he made attempts to hide under a pool table in the basement. He said Sandusky's wife, Dottie,
that enabling fucking blind woman.
never came into the basement. Yeah, Dottie's a horrible cunt.
Dottie knew everything that was going on. Stop
or
it.
suspected.
Yeah.
She never came into the basement. He paused as McGettigan asked him how activity developed over time. Back cracking, rolling around in bed, back massages.
Can I stop you for a second?
Sure.
Why did this kid sleep over there 100 times?
This is the quandary of
what is the reasoning
abused kids that do things, and it's like, well, why didn't you just leave? It's like,
but he's hiding under pool tables and stuff.
Yeah, there's some weirdness going on.
Because
there.
you had good friends growing up. You never slept over 100 times. A sleepover was cool, but 100 times is a lot of nights.
He's a football fan, and this guy was a high-profile football coach.
It's an authority figure, kind of a thing, and it's weird.
It makes you cool around your friends. You get to meet the players. You get the swag, and it developed like over time. So it's almost like different things become normal. Mm-hmm. Like he probably was weirded out by the kiss on the head, but then he's like, "Yeah, this guy loves me. I'm like his son. I don't want to be uncomfortable because a kiss on the head, and then the back. And I believe when he says this is what family does, and then it moves into an area that's uncomfortable. But you're probably already into 20 sleepovers by then.
Well, Fred from Brooklyn's guy. He goes, Dottie, like the kid's blood splattered underwear.
Oh my God. Clever.
All right, that's fucking funny.
Back cracking, rolling around in bed, back massages. He put his hand down my shorts. The same thing, except that this time he sat there and he looked at me and said something along the lines of, "It's your turn."
Uh-oh. You never want it to be your turn.
He made me put my mouth on his privates.
Whoa.
In the end, the witness said the two had oral sex more than 25 times.
Wow.
He's now 18, and he's recounted an early encounter that escalated to oral sex. I spaced, he said. I didn't know what to do with all the thoughts running through my head. I just kind of blacked out and didn't want it to happen. I froze.
Oh, man.
And this is Sandusky. No, I'm kidding. This is the kid. As he choked back tears, the sobbing teen recounted another time Sandusky forced him to perform oral sex after saying it was his turn. I don't know how to explain it. I froze like any other time, he said. My mind is telling me to move, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't move. The witness said he stayed quiet about the abuse, in part because his mother thought Sandusky was a positive influence.
Oh, God.
But he began to distance himself from Sandusky. At one point, Sandusky became angry with him because they drifted apart, and the teen became involved with his local Big Brothers Big Sisters organization. Eventually, the teen asked his mother if there was a website used to track sex offenders because he wanted to see if Sandusky was on it. That ultimately led to a meeting with the guidance counselor where he reported being abused.
Wow.
And, of course, the guidance counselor first said, well, make sure he didn't believe
Oh,
it.
really?
That whole fucking college football culture and that shitty, and I'm sorry to you, those of you that don't, but even the guidance counselor was like, well, he's got a heart of gold, or one of the guidance counselors said that. They didn't want to turn him in. Like, make sure.
This is exhausting, but we got somebody that bleeds football.
Oh, of course, of course.
Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
Mark.
Let's hear your logic today, sir.
This has nothing to do with football. This has everything to do with money in state college.
Oh, maybe, okay. You might be right.
Well, the football, like I said, the second mile program generates, between that and the university, they probably said over $100 million since the first allegation came out in 98, 2001.
Oh, maybe, all right.
Fair enough, but
I still think there's a...
But why, you can't look
culture of some kind of weirdness in football programs.
And you can't look the other way. You just can't.
I'm not saying you can look the other way, but they dragged in Penn State football. He retired or left in '99. I mean, he wasn't under even the control of.
Yeah, and they still let him fucking come to the school to fuck.
No, he still had total access to the locker rooms.
Yeah, he was still on campus, and like Jimmy said, total access.
Hey, the guy's a fucking monster, just like the guy in Texas that just beat that guy to death that was abusing his 4-year-old. McQuarrie's 6'5", 250 pounds. I mean, come on.
Yeah, McQuarrie, you're right. McQuarrie should have done something. He should have stepped in.
He didn't want to fuck up his position with Penn State. It's obvious to everybody.
And Paterno, same thing. Paterno put the football program before the well-being and did the minimum amount required and then just forgot about it.
But people say that's good enough.
Yeah,
what
it's not
else
good
is he supposed to do?
Well, they say by the law, though, but I mean, I know there's moral and there's law obligations and so forth, but but they can't hang the hat on Paterno. It went above him and went to Spanier, Schultz, and Curley.
All of them, absolutely.
We're supposed to be the ones.
Dude, all of them.
But it came down to money because they're all connected with Curley.
All of them are shit. Paterno is shit. Sandusky was shit. Obviously, the biggest shit. This McQuarrie is shit. Curley is shit. They're all shit.
Paterno wasn't shit, Jim. You're shit. That's right. He's the fault.
He was shit.
In the end, man, he was shit.
In the end, he thought of the fucking football program before a kid being fucked in the ass. He was shit.
It kind of erases all the good you've done.
Well, like I said, I'm not a Penn State fan. I live 40 miles.
Then why would you say Paterno's not shit when you know that he was putting the football program and his own legacy and the legacy of the program ahead of that stuff? Come on, dude. This isn't an allegation of a guy's out with a cheerleader and she says no and he puts it in anyway, but they were kind of dating. Like, this isn't one of those dicey situations where you could look at and go, all right, maybe... This is a coach saying, I saw another coach fucking a 10-year-old against the wall.
Yeah, but you keep saying it over again. He didn't even say that. Now try to explain to your grandfather about it the same way. I'm not making excuses for Paterno.
Try to explain to your grandfather?
Are you crazy? He told him enough where Paterno knew. What was
Say,
going on?
hey, Granddad, you know that thing you do to me?
Yeah, dude, here's how you explain it to your... I know Joe Paterno's a grandfatherly guy, and he doesn't know any better. Here's what you say to him. Hey, Joe, listen, Coach Sandusky was having sex with a 10-year-old boy in the shower. He was sodomizing him.
I think he'll get that.
And you put... Hold on, I'm explaining to you how you tell your old man. And you put aside your uncomfortability or what the 83-year-old man might think because you're thinking more of the 10-year-old who had the dick in his ass.
Hey, I'm not arguing that he shouldn't have told him. I think he should have went to the cops.
And an ass in his cock in the shower. Come on, Kirk.
But it's this thinking.
I'm amazed that there's a lot of people out there that don't see it this way.
But I'm just listening to what you're saying. How do you explain to your grandfather? Enough with this fucking grandfather shit.
Your grandfather's seen some shit.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't have went to my grandfather if I got some guy fucking some kid in the ass. That's the first problem. That's just, you know.
Well, you're saying grandfather because Paterno was old. How do you tell him? You tell him, hey, look, there's a 10-year-old was being raped in the shower. Pop, pop.
Right.
Pop, pop.
Joe Pa.
Hey, I did meet Sandusky when I was 10 years old. Like I said, he didn't try to touch me. So
How do you know? Maybe you're blocking it out.
Exactly. Were you ugly?
Ugly kid. Stretched out asshole.
I have a self-conscious issue that maybe I was too fat and ugly for him.
Yeah, you probably were.
Yeah, all right.
All right, buddy. Thank you for your call.
All right.
Needed a boy you could put his arms around in the shower, apparently.
Yeah.
A big fat pig.
He didn't show me how to rub my soap.
What's that?
He didn't show me how to use the soap properly. I guess that was the problem.
Yeah, a little soap battle.
Wow.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Joe Pa.
Oh, wow. This shit happens. Let's go to Ray in Westchester. Ray. No!
Hey, good morning.
Oh, that's a nice little surprise now.
Hey, man name.
You know who I am.
All right. Who?
I used to be an aide in an elementary school,
Aides.
and we had a teacher who was so mean. And
How mean was he?
He was so mean that he would want Tootsie with your Tootsie. What?
Take the Slauson cutoff. Get out of your car. Cut off your Slauson. Get back in your car. Yes. Come to the fork in the road.
Jesus, how you remember that?
Love that.
Yeah.
This is a great bit.
Go ahead, Ray.
Mighty Carson Art.
We don't remember you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go ahead. You're not memorable.
she used to embarrass and humiliate and make the kids cry. And one of the kids in the class...
Who was she, Georgie Porgy Pudding and Pie? Double guns, lady, who don't remember.
I hate them.
Double guns.
And one of the kids in the class was a fellow aide's son. So I told her, and I got reprimanded by the principal. I got called out, and they said, what goes on in the classroom stays in the classroom. And one of the
What did she say?
Who gives a shit about this? Miss.
Who gives a shit about this?
Oh, is that perfect?
Sorry.
I don't even know what she saw.
No one does.
What was she saying? Just because he was mean?
I know.
Yes, he was the meanest man in town.
And then I said, and I had no idea what she was talking about.
We went from boys getting fucked to a mean teacher.
Someone's mean.
We all
she
had
tried
mean
to tell
teachers.
someone.
That's a little
and,
different.
Oh, right.
How mean was it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
The man spilled the glue, and I yelled at him, and we said, really? Fucking here. How many Z's can you count?
Rich in Florida makes a good point. 25 blowjobs, that's 25 times before he got uncomfortable.
No, he was uncomfortable all along.
Oh, probably the first
He finally
one.
just had the balls to tell.
I bet he didn't even give him a blowjob. I bet Sandusky fucked his mouth, you know? He just kind of sat there.
Not a perfect world.
Yeah.
That's the latest on Sandusky.
Wow.
I hope Sandusky hangs himself.
That'd be good.
He's not gonna.
Or gets killed in
He's not
jail.
gonna.
I hope he's in jail and he's killed.
Nothing like that ever happens, though.
Nah, they'll
No,
protect
you
him.
always see what this guy... I mean, I guess a lot of them are in protective custody, but...
It happened, yeah, like Jeffrey Dahmer, he wound up getting
They finally got
fucked
him.
up, but that wasn't even because of what he did.
No.
It's just a prison beef. Yeah.
What was it, a mop handle or something?
Yeah, beat
just
to death.
Beat him to death.
Jeez.
Fucking caved his face in.
Jeez.
I mean, none of these other guys, though, really ever, you don't hear about them getting off in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was one guy, though, we were there, went to San Quentin, we saw some photos of him, man. I think I told you, he'd been such a bad drunk driver, he had multiple convictions, and he killed a 9-year-old, and her father's leg got cut off.
Oh, boy.
So some convict who was doing life just in the middle of the yard fucking stabbed him in the neck. And
Wow.
He bled out because he
Whoa.
killed a kid. He died, yeah.
What happens to that convict?
He didn't give a fuck.
He gets another life.
He was already there.
No, I understand that, but do they put him in the hole or
Yeah,
something for a really
maybe.
long time? Like,
Oh,
how
yeah,
do they
I'm sure.
punish someone that already has a life sentence in
Maybe,
jail?
yeah. That's when you're that tough, and you have that much time, and you're never getting out, and you're pretty a tough dude, and you live in that world. It's got to be freeing in a way to see a guy you don't like and just kill him.
Right.
Like if you know you
right.
can do that, like
No
what are they going to do?
You get to the point of no return where nothing else can happen to you.
Yeah.
That must be kind of freeing
Oh, man.
if you think about it.
You're free in prison. Amazing.
Well, you know what I
Yes.
mean.
I know. It's exactly what I'm saying. It's
Because there are guys in there that realize, okay, if I behave, I will get out of here. But there's
Sure.
other guys, it doesn't matter what the fuck I do, I'm never getting out of here. So that's what I mean by freeing.
And they give them like another life sentence. It's like, oh, really? Double, huh? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't going to work.
Here's a guy who wants to stick up for Penn State. This is great. John in Jersey, go ahead.
What's up, boys?
Hi, John.
Hey.
First off, I'm not going to sit here and try and defend anything that was going on up there. Sandusky is a piece of shit. The administration is a piece of shit. Where I do think you guys are wrong is that this isn't just about football. This was about the school trying to protect the money. It's not about, like, Joe's legacy. That's all shit. Joe will be the first person to tell you that his legacy doesn't mean a damn thing. And that would have been before any of this even happened. This school, like, the fact that he pushed it up the chain, he sent it up to his boss, he sent it up to the head of the campus police, he sent it up to the president of the university, and those three assholes did nothing.
Hold the phone for 2 seconds. Do you think someone like McQueary gives a shit about the financial fucking dealings of the institution on such a low level that he was at, that he didn't go directly to the police and say, this motherfucker is raping a child in the shower? I mean,
No.
I mean, really, that's not about the money. That's about trying to cover this up for the purpose of the legacy of Penn State football
And his own thing.
And his own gig.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's more his own job than it is any of that other stuff.
So don't try to make it sound like this big, like, blurry, gray area corporate thing where no one's really accountable for it.
No, they absolutely should be accountable. I just think that the wrong people are being held accountable.
So let me ask you a question.
McCreary was wrong for not breaking it up, calling the police. He needed to do those things. He's the one who saw it. He's the one who should have known that there was something wrong. But I think that too much of the buck is being left at the football team, and not enough of it is being left at the people that are actually in charge of running the stupid school.
Okay, fair enough. But here's the thing. If that was Paterno's grandson, do you think that he would have handled it by going to Joe Curley and...
Certainly. It's raping the boy in the shower.
Yes, do you think that that's how he would have handled it if it was his own grandson?
I don't think anybody would handle it if it's their own kid. If it's anyone's kid, they're going to handle it completely differently than just a dude with another dude that he used to work with.
You are, and maybe you don't mean to be, but you're calling it a way to somehow take. You are calling. Your call should have said, "I'm going to kind of defend Paterno," because I don't believe that Joe Paterno didn't care about his legacy. He absolutely did. He wanted to have that last home game to go out in a blaze of glory, despite all this, and of course he cared about his legacy. You can't say he didn't. That's not true.
There's no fucking way in hell that McQueary shouldn't have gone to the police immediately. Just go to the fucking police. Not the fucking campus security, not the fucking president of the campus, the fucking police department.
And here's why Paterno is a piece of shit, because he never confronted Sandusky about it.
Right.
He never spoke to Sandusky about it.
All right, hold on, guys. I got two things here.
Uh-oh.
Anthony, the campus police thing, they actually are a legitimate police force. There is no other police force for Penn State. They're actually an accredited, actual police. They can write tickets. They can, arrest.
Well, then why didn't they arrest Sandusky?
Because nobody told them. I mean, they went. He went to Schultz, who admittedly
Schultz,
but he was in charge of the cops, and the guys that have said, like McQuarrie said, that he thought when he was talking to Schultz, he thought he was talking to the police.
Now, isn't Schultz a civilian guy who isn't? No. What I've heard about that, him running the police department, is doesn't he run them in a budget sense? Like he's over a bunch of different departments, and the police is one that he dictates the budget for.
Right, just the budget.
It's not like going to a fucking police captain.
Right, you're right about that, Jimmy.
So come on, dude. And I'm not trying to interrupt you, but Paterno never confronted Sandusky. So fuck him.
But why? Like, where was he going to have the opportunity to confront Sandusky? Sandusky didn't work for him at that time.
But he still had total access to the school for years after.
He had his number.
Thank you. I'm sure he had his cell number at the very least.
His total access to the school was given to him by the university president, not by Paterno.
Okay, but you don't think Paterno could have got a hold of a guy who he worked with for years and said, "What's going on?"
Why wouldn't you?
But he didn't like him. He never liked him.
Well, then more reason to fucking blow the whistle on the guy. Jesus.
Fuck Joe Pa, and I know no one likes to hear that. Too bad. I'm sure he did a lot of great things. Tough shit. When allegations that he fucked a 10-year-old was getting fucked popped up, he didn't do enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, I'm not going to tell you don't have the right to have that opinion.
Good, don't.
I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that there's such a different opinion on this.
This is
really
exactly.
amazed.
These are just fans.
It's unbelievable.
The culture of how important football is at Penn State.
Right.
The money's a part of it, sure, but it's about the legacy and the pride, and that's the thing that makes that part of Pennsylvania feel proud. It's the allegiance to Penn State. So if Penn State falls, they feel like they fall, and what they've held sacred falls. So they have an investment in protecting that, even against overwhelming evidence that they shouldn't.
I see McQuarrie as being the worst guy in this situation after Sandusky. I absolutely see McQuarrie being the worst motherfucker in this right after Sandusky. He should have went to the fucking cops, not fucking his daddy, and then fucking this guy,
Joe
and then
Pa.
Joe Pa,
Went
and
and
then
talked to Joe
fucking
Pa for a little bit.
the president of the company. It's if you saw
and when
if you saw a
hold
woman
on.
being raped out back by a dumpster at Penn State. Would you fucking go to Joe Pa?
I'd pull my dick out.
Exactly. After that, though, you got to go to the cops.
But Anthony, especially after he did talk and not seeing much happening, he should have kept going with this thing.
Yes.
And go, who can I tell next? This is unbelievable that no one's doing anything about this.
Yep.
Right?
It might be scary, though, when you're him just because you're afraid no one will believe you. Or it might be like that's a very, for us, we don't get, I can say what I want, you can say what you want, but when you're in that life, those guys are fucking, they ran everything.
He was hoping to be a head coach himself someday, so he knew this would fuck that up.
Right, so he fucking kept his mouth shut at the cost again of somebody being sexually abused.
Did the minimum.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they're all shitty.
They're all pieces of shit.
Just pieces of shit, and everyone and people want to defend them, and Joe Pa this and Joe Pa that. You know how if Joe Pa went to the police and and confronted Sandusky or followed it up, you're the head coach at Penn State for over 30 years. You have a lot of juice in that town.
Yeah.
You have a lot of fucking pull, and what you want to happen
Jews have to do
happens. But the Jews would he would just own them.
Oh,
he had a lot of juice in that town. But he went to Curly.
Hold on. Steve wants in with John. Steve in Jersey. You got hey Steve. John's still on the line.
Yes.
Go ahead, Steve.
This guy, John from Jersey, doesn't know what he's talking about. There's plenty of blame to go around. Just because you're blaming the administration doesn't mean Joe Pa, Sandusky, McQuarrie, they're all pieces of shit. The only thing that Joe Pa was concerned about was his legacy. You don't coach Penn State football for 53 years until you're 88 years old. The guy ran the whole fucking school.
Yeah.
And
it's like a cult. People think that he owns the school up at that point.
He said he ran it.
He ran it.
The 10 years prior to it, everyone was saying that he didn't even control his own football team.
His legacy kept him there. They tried to fire him, and he said, no, I'm not fired. I'm going back to work. He ran the show. He was more important than the president. And especially the fact that he knew, even after Sandusky was fired, he was still bringing people he had access to the school up until the day he got arrested.
Right, but that was given to him by the president, not by Joe.
So he could have stopped. Joe Paterno could have said, this guy was seen having sex with a 10-year-old. What's he doing here? And it would have stopped.
This blind loyalty.
God
is
almighty, it's
unbelievable.
embarrassing.
It is really weird.
That's
Just weird.
Outside, that's the president. He was Penn State. That's why he's perfect.
Your phone's cutting out, buddy. Whoever's talking right now, your phone's cutting out.
Yeah, that's Steve, unfortunately.
All right. Thank you, Steve,
All right,
but your
Steve.
phone was cutting out.
Yep. John,
Yes, again.
Thanks for the phone call.
No problem, boys. Love you, love the show.
Take care, guys.
All right.
Thank you. Of course you do.
Yeah, it's a blind
Some
loyalty.
people say it's not as big of a deal because it was a boy and not a girl. If it was a girl, that would have been a different situation.
Maybe. But still, Paterno was thinking about the overall big picture. I get so sick of hearing the grandfatherly. This guy Paterno was a man who dealt with men for 50 fucking years. He wasn't some doddering old man. He ran the Penn State football fucking program.
Yeah.
This guy was a man's man.
Good point. Good point.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
He wasn't some little soft-spoken accountant who became grandfatherly. This guy dealt with fucking 6'8" linebackers. Told them what to do.
And obviously he was a lot younger when all this was going down, too.
Yeah, 10 years younger.
You know, we saw that last press conference with Joe Pye outside his house. Sure, he looked...
That annoying press conference.
He looked a bit weak and all that, but...
We love you, Joe Pye.
We're talking about stuff that happened, 10 years prior, easily, right?
Yeah,
if not longer.
Oh, well.
Well, Sandusky's fucked. I just wonder if anybody else is going to be fucked in this whole thing.
McQuarrie is a piece of shit, but I'll say at least he did come forward. I don't blame him as much for not reacting in that moment, even though it's easy for us to say, because in that moment, you're probably in a state of shock, and it did stop that. Like, he looked and saw it stopped. Like, it wasn't like he walked in and they kept doing it.
But maybe they started it up again as soon as McQuarrie got his dumb nose out of there.
Dude, when you're... I'm going to surmise that when you're raping a 10-year-old... and you're seen, your dick isn't functioning for the rest of the night. You're in panic mode. You have to be in panic mode.
People just,
you have to be, right?
People just don't...
it's silly, but no one is...
No, most people get it.
Well, I mean...
Where most people,
yeah.
So I guess it's not fair to say, but most people agree with us.
Yes.
I just don't see the other side of this one at all.
And no one's saying that Paterno should go to jail or that McQuarrie should go to jail. I'm not saying anything.
It's tough to put Joe Pye in jail.
Exactly, just wheel him in.
You could, I guess.
Prop him up as an example.
Your joke about this is fantastic. It's going to be part of the special.
Thank you. You know, it's a good part of the special, and I'm really happy that it's
the
very
trial is
timely,
happening.
right? It's very
perfect.
timely right now. But
It's worked out nice for you.
I have a very insulting Sandusky bit in my...
oh, yes.
It's a good solid 10 minutes.
It couldn't have timed out better.
It's a great 10 minutes.
As long as he doesn't shoot himself before June 30th, it's going to seem perfect.
It's going to be very topical. Why don't we take a break? Jimmy Fallon on the way, so stay there.
Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Got Jimmy Fallon stopping by in about 15, 20 minutes. He's got a CD called Blow Your Pants Off, all the music from his show.
Yeah.
That has done very well. All on one CD.
Indeed.
We got a man interviewed on the news, and he doesn't take orders from women. Do we have the video of this too, Sam? Or?
Yep. He's the boss.
And it will be on our Facebook page, Opie and Anthony, if you enjoy what you're hearing. Just go there for the visual element. The visual element.
Visual element.
Did the bosses get our thing down the hall, you think?
Probably.
All right.
What thing?
Just a thing.
What kind of thing?
Just a thing.
None of your business.
I want to know.
It's a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
Is he being quiet down the hall?
About what?
I don't know.
I should have asked you before the show, I guess. Have you heard anything?
Not a thing.
I haven't heard a thing. You think we're going to hear a thing?
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah. I know. I get it. You got the video, Sam?
Yeah.
All right. You want to play from there, then? We're just talking about a thing.
We first introduced you to Jeff Brown during 7 Action News at 5. He witnessed a man boldly dumping large chunks of wood from a flatbed along cows on Detroit's East Side Tuesday in broad daylight. Brown says when he confronted the guy, the man took off. Brown tells us he jumped into action, got into his car, and tracked down the truck.
Why is this guy doing this? He's just dumping logs on a residential street.
Logs on the street. That's great.
Why is he doing this?
I don't know.
I know there's a twist in this whole story, but I want to know right away, why would he do this? Obviously, he doesn't want to, bring the logs somewhere else. But can't you find
the woods
or something? It's a residential,
just a fucking
residential street.
Maybe thought it was funny. It's kind of funny.
All right, let's find out.
He got a license plate number and called police, but the mess remained on the street and no one had been caught. Taking action for Brown, we did some digging and found Ihor Stikevich, a Warren resident. The truck Brown described parked in the driveway. Wood covered his yard. Stikevich claims he hit a curb and the debris accidentally fell out. It's a little illegal to leave the wood in the street, so what I'm asking is...
you don't have to ask me, and I don't take no orders from no woman, by the way. By the way, I don't take no orders from no women.
That guy rolls.
I love that regular people are starting to kind of notice that these news people are just stupid people.
I don't take no orders from no women.
Yeah,
no orders.
Go back.
It looks like an asshole, though, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he is, but it's still fun. It's still fun for everyone.
It's like Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
A little illegal to leave the wood in the street, so what I'm asking is...
you don't have to ask me, and I don't take no orders from no woman, by the way. By the way, I don't take no orders from no women.
Stikevich says he was planning to go back and clean up the wood, but only had $1 worth of gas. So you were saying that you were going back to clean up the wood?
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm Mr. Cleanup. I'm not Mr. Clean. I'm Mr. Clean Up.
Somebody said that...
I live in Warren, and I'm cleaning up Detroit. Go figure that one out.
But somebody said that they tried to yell at you to come back, and you kept going. And
it must have been a woman, and I don't listen to women yelling.
Once again.
I fucking love this guy.
He's the greatest. He just fucking rules. He's just antagonizing it. It must have been a woman.
Figure that one out.
Yeah, with that accent.
End the story.
So respect.
At you to come back, and you kept going. And
it must have been a woman, and I don't listen to women yelling. I tell them to shut up.
Quite offensive with his answers. Stikevich maintains he just wants to help people remove chunks of wood from their property.
I lift them all by myself with nobody else's help. Old guys, disabled guys, black guys, white guys, Polish guys, Ukrainian guys, and guys from Mars also.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
From Mars?
From Mars. Yeah, that's where I'm from, Mars.
And police are investigating what exactly happened out here and whether Stikevich is responsible or whether he'll face any charges. On Detroit's east side, Tara Edwards, 7 Action News.
That guy is the greatest.
He rules.
Oh, I love that. I love when someone does that to these reporters.
Yeah.
Just they're like, oh, I got the big story, the logs that fell on the street. Like, now check this guy out.
I tell him to shut up.
I tell him to shut up. I don't take no orders from no women.
I don't listen to no woman when they're yelling. I tell them to shut up.
Shut up.
He says it twice.
I tell them to shut up. Can we hear that part again, please?
I love
that
it.
gave me joy. I tell them to shut up.
Shut up.
We first introduced somebody said
I
that
live in Warren, and I'm cleaning up Detroit. Go figure that one out.
Go figure
that
that
they tried to yell at you to come back, and you kept going. And
it must have been a woman, and I don't listen to women yelling. I tell them to shut up.
I tell them to shut up.
Oh, he's all man, that guy.
Love him. Fucking love him.
You want to hear the funniest story?
Oh.
I thought I didn't have my ID today, so I called Kenny, and he met me downstairs, and I realized it was in my pocket the whole fucking time.
Ah, Jimmy.
Just in case people don't believe me, listen.
That's his ID.
That's my ID. That's guy who's making a big deal out of something that is just uninteresting for everyone.
Nothing.
TV Land to cut down Rickles' Obama joke from the Shirley MacLaine AFI tribute. It's too bad. It's too bad because Mr. Rickles has been telling those type of jokes his entire career.
Yeah. Now he's
a bit racy, a bit edgy at times.
Please.
They're saying they're editing for time purposes, but we all know what the real
of course we do
thing is here. What was the joke again about the mop breaking?
I shouldn't
or
make
something?
fun of the blacks. President Obama's a personal friend of mine. He was over at the house the other day. The mop broke, something like that.
There you go. Good joke by Mr. Rickles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's harmful to tell jokes like that now.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's bad news. Hurts everyone.
Yeah.
I think it's. I think they skated when it first happened live. You know, I think they're like, oh boy, I hope we don't get heat for this. And it did kind of blow over, and they probably feel if they televise it, then they might get some shit.
So who cares?
You know, who cares? Reverend Al.
Reverend Al has kept his mouth shut.
Yeah, about this, but if it's televised, it's almost like they're grinding it in, you know. It's bullshit.
So you agree with this?
Yeah, wholeheartedly, I agree with this.
Soft.
I think Don Rickles should apologize.
I agree.
To our African-American friends.
Yep. A boy.
Yes, indeed.
And a boy, dude.
Let me say that. Yeah, I can't figure it out. Hey, see that Abe Lincoln movie? See that thing?
I did that on purpose.
I know. See where we were all going.
I knew I had nothing.
It's like, see where we're going.
Just sitting here. I kind of like the chill.
You just kind of.
I like when we just chill for a second.
Just go.
It doesn't always have to be words. The old days, we would have to fill up everything with words.
Just panicking because there isn't a noise coming out of everyone's speaker for 1 second.
Look, it was a strange moment there for a second, but it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
What Abe Lincoln movie?
Abe Lincoln versus the Vampires.
Oh, the new movie?
Yeah.
It's out already?
It's coming out.
You got a copy?
No. But I saw the behind, not behind the scenes. It's like first look on HBO.
Right.
And it's like an extended kind of trailer thing.
I think we're going to be interviewing a few people from that movie.
Yeah. It's just an odd thing. Like Abe, who thought of putting Abe Lincoln in a role of a vampire hunter? It's just an odd thing.
I did.
Like Abe Lincoln's becoming this weird kind of mythical heroic thing over the years. And
let me see this. Is this the trailer?
Turn it this way so I can see it, please.
Look, we're back on track. I like
Turn
it.
it, I can't see it.
We're back on track, people.
Back on track.
Stop, I can't see it. There's a circle in the middle. What is this, the circle show?
Yeah, why is it just circling?
However, history remembers me before I was a president. I shall always think of myself as a hunter.
Wow, that's bloody.
My mother
Tim
wasn't
Burton,
murdered. I was just a boy.
There is darkness everywhere, Mr. Lincoln.
I could say that again.
Teach you how to see them, how to destroy them. I will give you names and you will hunt them down. It falls to us, Abraham, to ensure this remains a nation of men and not monsters.
Fucking Lincoln's badass.
How do we begin?
Looks cool as shit.
There is a war coming.
Civil War vampires.
Kill them all.
Only the living can kill the dead. This hunter, they say, is a madman.
I feel like I'm on the Cinemagic channel right now.
Crazy.
It's
really loud.
Vampires got a nation of our own.
Who knew?
What I don't understand is why they're making this movie with Abe Lincoln. It could be anybody.
It's
I'm very
hilarious.
confused now.
I don't know why either.
Visually, it looks great. The blood looks great. The action looks great. But it's Abe Lincoln. Why?
And why didn't the vampire get him? How did Booth get him in the movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, right?
You would think he would be a lot more aware.
I'll bet you they're
if
gonna.
he went through this shit.
I think because of his other history with bloodsuckers.
I think they're gonna have Lincoln be a. I bet you the rival vampire guy is going to be John Wilkes Booth.
Yes.
And that's going to be the thing. He kills him, or he's for the vampires.
Exactly.
So he shoots him, and then he breaks his leg. I saw funny recently on, did I tell you that, 1954, on like who's Guess Your Line or Who's Your Life? They had an old guy who was the last living witness to the Lincoln assassination.
No way.
Wow, could we find that clip?
Yeah, well, Danny could.
Fucked up.
What show is that?
Shit.
They put Kennedy, Lincoln assassination witness. You cocksucker.
Oh.
The guy was 94. He was in the theater. He was 5 when it happened. That's it! That's it!
I got it.
Oh, man.
Wait, we actually have A video clip of a guy that witnessed what?
Lincoln's assassination. He was in the theater.
From 1956.
You have to zip through it a little bit. He was really old, this guy.
Holy
and he died.
fuck, but what does he remember if he was only 5?
What
show is this? I have a lot of questions.
Guess your line or some shit or what?
Right.
I've got a secret.
I got a secret.
I've got a secret. Oh,
you have to figure out what the
favorite
guy's secret is.
Yeah. No, man, he's in trouble. You hear what happened?
Oh, Chippa.
But Ann, what do you know about the Abe Lincoln movie before we play this clip? Why does it have to be Abe Lincoln? What is that based
I think
on?
because it's kind of hip now to have Lincoln as this mythical character. I don't know where it came from.
Okay.
Probably a fucking comic book.
The movie itself looks cool, though.
It's based on books, of course it is. Graphic novels. Is it a graphic novel?
Yeah.
Let's see this.
Now then, I would like to go over and personally escort our next guest on the show tonight.
Isn't that, what's his name? Is that...
Oh, my God, this guy's ancient.
Yeah, and he's very slowly walking with a cane.
1956, he's 94. Wow.
Give him a lucky.
94. He's old.
Now then, sir, will you tell our panel, please, let's get in a little closer. Do you mind if I
Oh,
pull you
boy.
in, sir?
There's a Winston cigarette ad in front
Will
of
you tell
him.
our panel, please, what your name is and where you're from?
My name's Samuel J. Seymour. I'm from Maryland.
This is Mr. Seymour from Maryland. And we brought Mr. Seymour all the way up from Maryland, and by golly, he got in a hotel and fell down the steps and gave himself a shiner.
Oh, my God.
And we urged him not to come on the show tonight, as a matter of fact, and finally got in touch with his doctor, and the doctor said it was up to Mr. Seymour.
Holy
Mr. Seymour said he wouldn't miss it. So here he
Doctor
is.
smoking a cigarette. Yeah.
Fucking doddering idiot fell down the steps.
I want to be on the TV.
Now then, Mr. Seymour,
Is he
how old
smoking?
are you, by the way, sir?
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
96.
96 years old.
96 years young. 96 in 1956.
Now, sir, if you'll whisper your secret to me, I'm sure the folks at home would like to know what it is.
I hate
I
Negroes.
shit my pants.
Jesus Christ.
Pause this real quick. On the TV, it says, here's what the graphic comes up. I saw John Wilkes Booth shoot Abraham Lincoln April 14th, 1865. Now, here's my question. Wow. If it's a secret, he's whispering it to the guy. If we're seeing that at home, the audience is applauding as that graphic comes up. Who is it a secret from?
Ah.
What do you mean? Oh, it's from the panel.
Is it a game?
Yeah,
There's a panel of people?
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a panel. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
my God.
Jimmy.
But in a way, you're right, because when you want to guess at home, too.
Well, you could turn your head.
No, I didn't know the panel. Okay, that makes sense.
I would turn my head.
Well, they didn't say turn your head.
No, they didn't.
See, you would have been like, fuck, why didn't they say...
Lincoln should have.
Turn my head.
Yeah, see?
All right, let's do this.
Well, now to help pacify his secret, I will tell you it concerns something that he witnessed. And Bill Cullen, we'll start with you.
Bill Cullen.
Something that he saw happen.
This thing that Mr. Seymour saw, does it have historical significance?
No.
Does this have historical significance?
No, not at all.
I would say yes, wouldn't you, sir?
Yeah, my head hurts.
I didn't fall. I was punched by a darker person.
Here's a clue. Look in my own head.
They removed my stovepipe hat.
Yeah. He asked me for directions, and I said North, and he punched me with his fist.
I woke up 85 years later. Poor gentleman.
Significance. It had political significance at the time.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course it did. He knows
Has it
already.
made movie theaters louder? Has it made pornography much better? Has it knocked white people right out of pornography?
Time? Yes.
Meh. Bill Cullen knows already.
Well, if you're 96, I
He's
would
doing-
make Mr. Seymour born in
He's doing math.
1660.
Henry's such a mathematician.
Yeah, he's been writing over
Battle of Gettysburg, I bet he thinks first, right?
Yeah, because you don't think 5 years old.
This thing, did it have anything to do with the Civil War, Mr. Seymour?
Yeah, see.
No, it had not to do with the Civil War. Well, let's say indirectly it was concerned with the Civil War.
Ah, see, right there.
All right, an answer?
Did it concern a famous person?
He just blurts it out. I saw Lincoln shot. Oh, you dummy.
It was a theater we were watching and his hat fell off.
Like fucking Tippy Tom.
Yeah.
They got an airplane. Oh, yeah. Old doddering fool doesn't know it's
Concern a famous
television.
person,
Instead of
Mr.
just
Seymour?
chatting with him.
Yep. Would it help me to know who this person was?
He wants to know if it would help him to know who this person was, and he has to know who that is, yes.
Was this man, did this man hold political office?
Oh, come on.
This man hold political office,
Just
sir?
say, was he president?
Yes.
Bill Cullen knows this.
$20 down and $60 to go, and we go to Jane Meadows.
Wow. A lot of money.
Jane Meadows.
Mr. Seymour.
Is it Ralph Cramden?
That's Audrey Meadows' sister.
Oh, I thought that was her.
No, that's just her sister, though. Jane.
What did Jane Meadows do?
Jane Meadows didn't do as much as Audrey Meadows, but
she did game shows.
Yeah, she did like game shows, yeah.
And Joyce Randolph.
And Joyce Randolph! That yelling announcer.
I know, why are they shouting?
The Honeymooners with the stars! Art Carney!
What was that about?
Jackie Gleason!
Yes.
The Honeymooners!
They're actually redoing the Honeymooners now? It's so irritating.
What?
They're remaking the fucking Honeymooners.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. With the stars, Chip Chipperson, Paul Haggis, Ted Scheckler, and Edgar Mellencamp.
Here, let's get to his clip, because I know Fallon's going to appear at any moment.
Being his usual helpful self by whispering to Jane McKinley.
And I'm not listening. Mr. Seymour, would this person have ever been president of the United States?
Was he ever president, this man?
Oh, I think it was once.
Would it have been Abraham Lincoln?
It was Abraham Lincoln, yes.
You witnessed something to do with Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, boy.
Was this a pleasant thing?
Yes!
Pleasant thing you saw, sir?
Yes.
I don't think. I'm scared to death over it.
Oh.
He said, no, he was scared to death.
Would it have had anything to do with the President Lincoln's death, by any chance?
Right.
Fortunately, yes.
Did Mr. Seymour witness the shooting of President Lincoln?
Yay, the shooting of President Lincoln.
They're applauding it.
Yeah.
See? Time takes care of everything.
We found out about Mr. Seymour through a recent article in the American Weekly, and it says,
Burden Monthly.
Lincoln shot. And this article is by Samuel J. Seymour, and it goes on to say that Mr. Seymour was 5 years old at the time. He had been taken to Ford's Theater by some good friends. And the curious thing,
The Sandusky
was that
family of
when he was
1865.
5 years of age, when he saw Booth jump from the box to the
Shirley?
stage, at which time he broke his leg. His only concern was not with the president, because he didn't realize that the president had been shot, but the poor man who fell out of the balcony. That's all of his memory
John Wilkes
is
Booth
going to the theater and seeing a
broke
man
his
fall
leg.
out of the balcony. Sir, it's been a great joy and you might say an honor
sir,
to have you are, by the way, the only
it?
living witness of that tragic event. And we are certainly going to forfeit the complete $80 to you just for
80
courage
bucks.
and coming here
That's
to see us
56 bucks, though.
tonight.
That equals $18,000 right now.
And I told him before the show, I said, I'm going to give you a carton of Winston's, and Mr. Seymour said, I don't smoke cigarettes.
What?
So he smokes a pipe. So we have crossed the bounds tonight, and we're giving him a can of Prince Albert pipe tobacco instead.
Prince Albert in a can?
Yeah.
You better let him out.
No, they're giving us a Prince Albert. They're going to pierce his cock. What are you doing? That hurts.
I'll tell you what, it's time anyhow to take care of Winston movie for tonight. It's got a corny plot, I warn you, but there is a certain freshness and good taste with all.
I'm just amazed by the Winston angle.
It's great.
They would give their guests cartons of cigarettes
They're
as a
trying
parting
to give
gift.
a 96-year-old man cigarettes.
I'm just amazed
How
by that.
fucking hilarious
And now we
is
got
that?
a dumb mayor that wants to get rid of our sugary drinks.
Yeah.
They
The
used
Prince-
to give away cigarettes on game shows.
The Prince Albert, they take him into the back, they're holding his arms. What are you doing? And they're just roughly pulling his trousers down. And they put ice on his cock. It's cold. It's very cold. What is that sharp implement? They fucking...
And you tell him, you know what Booth did to Lincoln's head? We're going to do it to your prick.
Yeah.
Put a nice hole in it.
Pour alcohol on it.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
They gave away cigarettes.
Put that guy's name in the search engine. Find out when he died.
He died 2 months after that.
He did.
You don't know.
2 months after that, They said and he said that he remembered like Lincoln waving at people when he sat down. Like he did see Lincoln alive. He saw Abraham Lincoln alive.
Fucked up.
That's it. That is fucked up. I think we could squeeze a break in because I don't see Fallon.
History.
He's still on.
He's still on. So why don't we take a break, get our leaks out of the way? When we get back, we'll have Jimmy Fallon promoting his new CD, Blow Your Pants Off.
Oh, I like the sound of that one.
And maybe we got more audio of this guy.
He rules.
Yeah, I would like to hear
Prince Albert.
Just Jimmy comes up with the thought of this guy
getting an
96 years old getting his dick pierced.
Prince Albert. Against his will.
Oh, of course, against his will.
As a parting gift.
What are you doing? But he can't fight back.
He's just collapsing. They have to hold him
Blood's
up.
dripping down his saggy balls.
Yeah, gets infected. That's what he died of. He died of a fucking cock infection.
From his Prince Albert?
Yeah, from his Prince Albert.
He makes it from 1860. Winds up dying of a cock infection.
They didn't even treat it. They just put the thing in and they pulled his old man underwear back up. It's just stained underwear.
Cauterized it with a lit Winston.
Yeah. Go home now, Burden. Yeah, that's what they saw. He was a centerfold for Burden Monthly. He was sitting in the living room with an Afghan on his lap, and everybody was looking at him irritated. That was the fucking poster. All right, should we break?
Yeah.
Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
The guest. So weird. We don't care.
That's why I want no communication from anybody. I know they have to come in and go 2 minutes into the headset. I get that. That's why we don't want them in the room. I don't want to see them.
Exactly.
I mean, if he's going to promote...
Oh.
I don't know what you're thinking, but I know what I'm thinking.
Valigen.
Yeah.
Valigen.
Very popular.
No. Really not.
Oh my God, yes it is. Well, welcome back.
He's on his way?
Get you something?
Young Samuel.
Can I get you something? Like a watch? Oh my God. If lateness was a sickness, you'd be in the hospital.
Not late.
You're back from break late. Yes, you are.
I was in the office
You're
doing
so
something.
What were you doing?
I was monitoring Jimmy Fallon on Howard's show.
Well, you shouldn't be listening to other shows. You should be in here doing your duty.
I wanted to see if he was still on the air. Or
Yeah,
not,
well,
so
whatever you wanted to
when
do,
he was coming in here.
you should have seen that on the break and not like on Showtime.
God, do I hate that?
Well, where's Jim Norton? Jim Norton's the one who's back from break late.
Yeah, well, why don't you take your beeswax and start minding it?
Mind your own beeswax.
So grody.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
Gag me with a spoon with your lips.
Why are you doing this?
I don't know.
Oh, good. Eat another Pop-Tart.
I'm not going to eat it right now.
Oh, yeah. Calories.
Yeah, you should talk to me about calories.
Oh,
I don't eat Pop-Tarts.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you look in the mirror and get some glasses?
My self-awareness is on par.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where par is, but it needs to be off par. You're grody.
What does grody mean?
Yeah, you should take a mirror and look at it, and then you'll go, oh, that's what grody means.
Same. Stop talking about
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, you know what makes sense? The change machine or something.
Why is Sam encouraging this?
Sense.
Why are you encouraging this?
Oh, I don't like when people talk badly about me, so I'm going to say
encourage
something.
this.
I'm not talking badly about you. I'm just telling you to be on time. Instead of being on par, you should be on time. So why don't you get a clock and, like, stand on it or something?
Will you let this run out of gas? Will you shut the fuck up?
You're so gross.
Shut the fuck up. Let it run out of gas.
Yeah. Like a natural gas springs, it'll run out. Or something. I don't know what you're saying.
I'm just saying I was on time.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
I was.
You're not gnarly.
Yes, I am.
You should be hearing Jimmy Fallon right now.
Yeah, but apparently
bring that to everyone's
he's
attention.
busy or something. I don't know what he's doing. He's also late. I guess you guys went to the Two Grody School of Times or something.
Two Grody School of Times?
What does that even mean?
We could go to the same school.
You don't like Valley Jim, man?
I hate Valley Jim. Oh, I love your beloved characters, but
that's the one that gets you.
Oh God, it gets me.
Yeah.
You seen this toddler fall out of the fucking SUV?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Oh, jeez. Just like that.
Oh,
wow.
falls down.
What's going on there?
Dude, it's fucking amazing.
What is
This
that about?
SUV, 14s were like charged with robbery. That thing rolled, and the kid was ejected from the vehicle and just starts running. And then they pull away. The kid falls down.
Wait, the kid, they were stealing the truck?
Yeah, they were being chased by the cops, and the truck flipped over, and the kid was thrown from the truck.
Jesus.
Is that it? Yeah, right there.
What?
Thing rolls.
Let me see.
Control and flipped, sending the toddler out of the window and onto the street, but amazingly, the child was able to stand up and walk away. Police later arrested 4 teenagers in the chase, all of this over a stolen purse.
Oh, my
The man
God.
suspected.
Oh, my God, to
believe
flip
that.
all dipsy doodling around like that. Oh, my God, that would flip me out.
I tried. I went to a story, but...
You did?
Ugh. Alley Jim.
This is why the guests need to be on time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we go to Valley Jim.
Yeah, well, I don't know what we're supposed to do, and the SUVs are dipsy doodling all over the place.
Doodle.
Here's your toddler. We're throw it out the window or something, you know.
No, nobody knows.
They just started discussing who's on the album.
Well,
So
like,
what is
I mean, when I came in, they did. So
people are saying I don't know. They're saying that Howard's doing this on purpose.
He was wrapping up. Well, he seemed like he was wrapping up like maybe 5 minutes ago, but then they started talking about who's on the album.
Wrapping up? What, does he have a gift factory in there?
No.
Valley Chip.
Yeah, well, you're Valley Cumia.
Oh,
get that one.
I swear I'm not.
But they were in plug mode, like they were in the interview's ending soon mode.
It'll happen soon.
Once you're in, once you get into Valley, you can't get out of it.
Oh,
it's a fun place to
try.
be.
Yeah?
I think we should have Valley Day where
Try.
everyone just does it all day.
Whose Valley would you be most excited about?
I don't know, but I'm just a Valley galley.
I'll get something else stuck in your head. Just an old-fashioned love song.
What about the Valley virus?
I forgot about the virus.
Oh, you did?
I forgot about the virus.
Remember the virus?
I forgot about him. we might need the virus because
Oh my
we
God!
need something right now.
Yeah, we want the Valley virus.
I forgot all about the virus.
Does he like doing the virus?
I think he loves it.
E-Rock, you
Oh,
like
he
doing the
hates
virus? Tearing down a wall here, I know, but do you like doing
He
it?
threw his headphones down.
Oh, he's not happy.
You like the virus character?
No.
Set the mic up for the Valley virus.
All right.
Yeah, oh my God, this is going to be a hoot and a holler.
We haven't done the virus in a while, so for the newer listeners, it's I don't even know how to describe the virus anymore. It's a comic, I guess.
Yeah, he's a comic.
And all we ask is that he gives us one punchline.
Yeah,
That's
joke
topical.
about a topical
one lousy
story.
punchline where he goes, "Did you hear about Sandusky
Wait,
trial?" And then he has something.
He's coming in without his intro.
Oh no!
he's big
Where's your
intro.
intro music?
And Kenny should
Oh,
welcome
Yeah,
him to the
yeah.
studio.
Kenny, you want to welcome?
do the big intro for him?
Yeah, and the big outro.
Valley virus, is it?
Yeah.
Valley virus.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a special treat. For the first time this morning, please let's welcome the Valley virus.
Oh yeah,
Valley virus.
Miserable.
The Valley virus.
here he comes. Valley virus.
The virus didn't have anything prepared.
We have one punchline we need because the Howard Stern show wrapped up with Jimmy Fallon.
Did you hear about Sandusky? Something like that.
You have to start with, "Oh my God, did you hear?"
Oh no.
That's true. It is the Valley.
Oh my God, did you hear about Sandusky?
Yeah, we sure did. What's going on there? Valley virus.
What, do we not have ears or something?
Oh god.
Watch Fallon discovers you and you do this once a week on his show.
Make a Sandusky joke up.
Yes.
You guys just wanted one punchline?
I would want like 80, actually, but...
You know what? Should we say this for Fallon?
You want to put it on hold?
I don't know. Why not?
Why not?
He already knows
Oh, boy, Iraq is like, oh, God.
You could do this in front of Fallon, right?
Valley.
Well, guys, the virus has a really bad Sandusky joke.
Oh,
all right.
Whoa.
Well, let's hear this, Virus.
Let her rip, Virus.
Wait, you forgot the joke?
No.
You gotta reset it up.
No.
What is Jerry Sandusky's favorite kids show?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with his life. I don't know what his life is.
Hold on.
Oh, he might...
We gotta have... Hey, Jimmy. We gotta have Jimmy Fallon involved with this.
Jimmy.
Wherever you feel comfortable,
take
sir.
a seat.
You're a little late, which we don't give a fuck about, so we're in the middle of a bit, and now we want you to be part of this little bit. It's a terrific fucking bit we do from time to time.
Sorry about the small studio.
Yeah.
You were just in the lap of luxury over there.
I love it in here.
We
This is
get
perfect
this.
in here. This is all you need. This is a good bit. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, this is...
You're going to be really disappointed. He does a character called The Virus, and he's a up-and-coming comic, and all we ask from him is to do one punchline.
On a topical subject like the Sandusky trial.
Kind of like what you do every night. Topical humor.
Of course, topical humor.
And all he has to do is one punchline.
And that's all we ask him for is one.
Right.
Just one.
Just one on the Sandusky thing.
Oh, the guitar.
So why don't we play your music again there, Virus?
All right.
All right.
Quick, it's got to be clean though.
You like it? It's so
Like a walking
stupid.
elephant or something?
Yeah.
Well, we think he's fat.
He is a little chubby.
He's a little chubby. We all see it. All right, go ahead.
The virus.
Yeah. And he does a
Hurry
wacky,
up, come
he
on.
does a wacky voice, so don't be alarmed.
Fallon might steal this. You never know. Or have you come on the show and do it.
Wish he would.
Sandusky.
Yeah, Sandusky.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Virus, what's going on?
You know,
Jimmy Fallon just shook his head.
Turned away. He's embarrassed.
Oh, boy.
Why the voice?
Yeah, what is that voice?
We force him
It's like a Muppet, yeah.
We force him to do this voice too, Jim.
Muppet.
That's it, yeah.
It's terrible.
All right, go ahead. Hi,
Go ahead.
guys.
Do I look at him or just listen?
Whichever you can stomach.
Yeah.
It's usually one or the other. Both are an impossibility.
All right. Getting a little warm. I see you undid your sweatshirt.
I'm very sweaty.
You're uncomfortable.
All right, Sandusky, come on. Give us one punchline, one joke.
Hey, guys. Do you know what Jerry Sandusky's favorite kid show is?
What?
Oh.
His favorite kid show? No, we don't know, Virus.
Sandusky's favorite kid show.
Yo, grabba.
All right, get out.
Jesus. That's
Welcome to the
terrible.
show.
Sorry about that.
Jimmy Fallon.
Very
Yes.
I'll give it up for him just because.
Jimmy,
I'm really sorry I had to hear that.
Yo, grabba.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Pretty good. I got a laugh out of it,
He
right?
did come out with it.
Yeah, I just said it louder.
Yeah.
The virus. I took the virus joke. You got to laugh. I'm going to
Wasn't
steal
the
that.
virus
Yo,
ever
grabba.
Actually,
Should.
actually, that one was too good for the Virus.
It was a little too good.
Yeah.
What is that thing you have?
Upset me.
This thing?
That's his harmonica.
It's a harmonica. It's
You ever see Bob Dylan?
Yes.
He wears one of those little harmonica thing.
Folk
Oh, you wear it
guys
on
do
your, okay, on your neck.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing? What do you play like your whole life? Guitar and
I
shit?
think I started like
you were
when
a
I was
kid?
like 13, I want to say.
Really?
I'm making up. There's probably I should do research on this.
Was it a passion for music or chicks?
It was. You wanted to be a rock star. Yeah, I think it was, girls. And it's like I started playing piano. My sister played piano. I started doing that, and that wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And then I picked up clarinet.
Oh, you can't rock with a clarinet.
That's just the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you jam out? It's like, hey, you guys know any Benny Goodman?
You guys playing over at the garage? Yeah, I'll come over. I'll bring my clarinet.
I'll bring my clarinet, like, get lost.
I love
learned
Woody
some
Allen.
Zeppelin.
Not his comedy, but his music.
Yeah. I saw Woody Allen.
Where, with one of the hotels, right?
Yeah, at the Carlisle. Or where,
Yeah.
Is that where he does
Yeah.
it?
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. It's
Just
fantastic.
seeing him?
That's what everyone says.
It's like...
He has
jazz
like a
band.
jazz band, almost like a big band type of thing. It's really like a Dixieland type of thing.
Wow,
And
that's so
it's
weird.
great. And I talked to him afterwards just because I wanted. So I saw him afterwards. I go, that was great. I didn't know that, because you can get different notes from the clarinet. I go, when you go down, you get one note, it's like, and then when you go up, it's more of a tenor thing.
Oh, that's weird.
He goes, you know, when I went up, that was for you.
Oh, wow.
Give me a break, really? Yeah, he knew. He's probably said that 1,000 times.
Now, he doesn't do it, but did you try to get him on the show? He's almost impossible to book, obviously.
I don't try to do that.
Yeah.
You don't try to book guests when you're out?
I don't.
But you would love to have Woody on your show, though.
I'd love to have Woody Allen on the show, yeah. I mean, we probably will. It's like, I remember, like, there was some show or something on the 8th floor by Saturday Night Live, and the booker always kept trying to get me on the show every day because they were on the same floor. And I was like, now I'm not going to do it.
Shit.
I was thinking about doing it, but now it's just so annoying. That's not fun. I don't feel like I want to do this. So I'm on our show, I'm just like, hey, if you want to come on, just come on, ask us. And
Was he in which room was Woody in? Because there's two. The Carlisle, when you first walk in to your right.
You're right.
There's a room where there's a stage, and then there's a lounge where there's like a piano in the middle of the room.
What, are you going to rob the place?
Well, yeah, Chase knows
the whole layout.
In and out, nobody gets hurt.
There's a vent that leads up to the 3rd floor. There's a safe in the wall.
We'll take that clarinet and we'll sell it on eBay.
There's a picture of JFK and there's a picture of Jackie coming out of the clarinet. That was, by the way, the last place that Mimi Beardsley had sex with JFK was in the Carlisle the week before he was assassinated.
Oh.
The woman who had the 18-month affair with Kennedy.
The intern.
Kept her yap shut.
18-year-old intern that kept her mouth shut for
Jackie Kennedy lived there.
50 years or something.
When they used to, shut up.
Right.
The good old days.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Who did you used to listen to when you first started playing guitar and stuff? Like who was like, I want to be like that?
Well, I think you start off like Roy Orbison was a big thing.
Really?
That was like I don't know why. That was just
that's kind of an. I mean, Roy Orbison was great, but it's kind of an odd thing to.
But I don't know that maybe it was because it was like he would sing real like he was like the operatic singing like
yeah.
I remember just like going like wow
that's a powerful voice he
I
had,
didn't see that ending coming at all.
It just keeps going up and up.
This is
how the hell are you doing that?
Like my first opera or something. I didn't know Roy could do this.
Yeah. I only get my opera from the J.G. Wentworth commercials. That's like pretty much. That's all. That's the only opera. And I feel I'm a little more cultured
from that. Yeah. So I got into that, and and then when I started playing guitar, Rolling Stones and Bruce Springsteen.
Okay,
when you get I started with an electric guitar because that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
But it's not. It turns out you got to start with an acoustic so you know what's going on, and then you get into the electric.
Yeah.
So I got electric first, and I would just play like chords, and I play Wipeout. That was the only song I knew how to play. And I remember I went to my friend's party, had I think it was like a Sweet 16 party or something like that. Do guys have those parties?
No, not really.
Some, perhaps.
Anyways, well, this guy was just me and him in his room. No, I'm just kidding. He had a giant big Sweet 16 party. So he was just a nice guy, and he had a band and all this stuff. And his parents threw him this big giant party like they do on MTV.
Right. Yeah.
And the band was like, he was like, my friend plays guitar. And I was like, no, well, not really. I mean, I have one, but I don't. And but the one song I knew was Wipeout, and I got up and I played Wipeout with the band, and I was
you were a rock star,
15 or something, and I was
man,
that was super cool. It was like in front of it was just spare of the moment, and it was like, that was the first night I ever heard Led Zeppelin.
Wow.
15. Wow.
Yeah.
And when you got done, were people coming up and going, man, that rocked. You sounded good. And you're like, that's it. I'm cooked.
Oh, yeah. Those girls and everything. That was awesome. Yeah, that was it. Then I go, I'm sold on guitar.
Wow. Over the years, you played with so many famous people now from SNL and your show. Who was the first one you remember going like, holy shit, I can't believe I'm playing with this person?
Probably MTV Awards I hosted in James Brown. I sang with James Brown.
That's huge. Okay. Pretty legendary.
Yeah, I asked, because we were doing this big whole thing where we do impressions of a bunch of different musicians, and then at the end I was like, I don't know how to end it. I'm like, maybe I'm exhausted, and then you hear like, get up! And I go, who's saying that? And it's like, get up! And I go, what is that? Who's saying that? And then he walks out and he goes, get up, get on up, and then everyone got. So he did that.
Wow,
but
man,
just the fact that they got, it was Tom Calderone over at I was at VH1, but he flew to James Brown's house and he came over and he said, okay, here's the deal, Jimmy. When James Brown comes, you can't call him James, you can't call him Mr. Brown, you have to call him Mr. James Brown, or else he'll walk. Or he's going to walk. I go, all right, okay.
All right, let me write that down.
So I'm freaking out. I'm like, I don't want to lose this at the end of my whole bit. This is the one. So he comes in, and everyone's he got his dressing room, whatever he wants in his dressing room, and all this stuff, and he walks in, I go, hello, Mr. James Brown. He goes, call me James.
Of course.
I go,
Of course.
the nicest guy. Right. And then he was game to do whatever. He's like, oh, I'll walk out then. And
oh man,
do you think that was a publicist overthinking it, or was that him like probably from years of being treated like shit?
That'd be a great joke to play on people though, to make sure that your guy tells everyone, make sure you call him this, and then just go, nah, call me.
Yeah,
it's a great way to.
But it puts you're off a little bit, because I was like so nervous. So maybe I guess it's a check, to see if you're going to be respectful or not.
Fast forward, when you performed with McCartney, you had to be shitting yourself.
Well, here's what happened with this. This is a true story. So I go to pre-interview Paul McCartney because he's going to come on my show, and I'm just excited that he's coming on.
Right. How long before the show do you pre-interview him? Is it that day or is it like a week before?
It's that day.
Okay.
So that day I go to see him. He's at Saturday Night Live up in his dressing room. He's the nicest guy, and you go in, and he's like, come on, Lee, come on in. I go, Paul, I'm so psyched you're going to come on the show. And I go, I actually wrote a sketch if you want. He goes, I think we'll just do, a quick chat. It'll be a fun chat.
Oh, yeah.
And I go, yeah, okay, that'd be great, too. I mean, we could do that as well. I got just questions like, yeah, we'll just have a loose chat. It'll be fun. I go, great. And I go, but I also, we wrote this piece, and he's like, no, we'll just do a quick chat and we'll have fun,
Oh, man.
It'll be good. And I go, it's called Scrambled Eggs. And it's about when you wrote yesterday, you wrote Scrambled Eggs. Oh, my lady, how I love your legs. That was the original. He goes, I know that. I wrote it. And I go, well, I have like you singing, like our writer on the show, Mike DeCenzo, wrote out the whole song as if you did write the song about scrambled eggs. He's like, okay, just do it. So I just did it in his dressing room. So I'm like, scrambled eggs. Oh, my lady, how I love your legs, but not as much as I love scrambled eggs. Oh, have you tried scrambled eggs? And then cut to his head is over my shoulder reading the lyrics like, waffle fries. And he's laughing. And I go, oh, of course. I go, you're going to do this? And he goes, only if you do it with me.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, then I just passed out.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't go in to pitch him a duet.
Right.
I wouldn't even think to do that.
Him over your shoulder singing in your ear.
It's the craziest thing in the world.
It would have been great if you went, Paul, please.
Hey,
I'm unfinished.
Not over my shoulder.
I'm not done.
My point is, you've seen a lot in your career, but I can't imagine you could wrap your head around that. It's Paul McCartney.
It's really it's bizarre, and of course when we were trying rehearsing it, I tried to harmonize.
Right.
And I started harmonizing, and it was awful.
Oh no!
And he goes, you don't have to do that.
You're right.
No.
But then
a little red.
But then on air, I felt it, and I was like, I think I can do it, and I did it on air.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Of course.
Wow, that's ballsy though. Like on air.
I just felt it. I felt like it was gonna. I was like, we were getting the thing. The crowd was feeding off the crowd, and it was good. And it was a good take. And
I know where this is.
I could probably. I
could find this one.
Yeah. I think I can do this one pretty good. And so that was just it was one of those moments where you go like, I don't know if I'm gonna realize that this happened now.
Yeah.
Or in years to come.
That's great,
so
man.
I think that's kind of when we thought we should put a record out or an album, not a record. Gosh,
a record.
We're gonna put a record out.
Some hot wax.
We're getting the band together. We're gonna put everything out. So we started thinking about that. So then then it's all you got to get clearance and all that stuff.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Like it's got to take a while to. A lot of guys.
Yeah, I mean, because we did a slow jam. The news. It's on the record with Brian Williams, but after we did the record, we ended up doing one with the president.
Right,
so
yeah.
I'd love to have that on the record, but it will take a year to get
Which one will be hard? The president one?
Oh, Brian Williams one will be hard.
Brian,
no.
Oh,
yeah. Brian Williams,
you
very
think Obama's
difficult.
a public figure that you could do that, though? I guess not.
No.
You got to go through some
I
hoops.
can't even, it's tough to even get a photo.
We should...
Was it really?
Yeah.
When you were there?
Oh, really? You could.
It's tough because it has to come through the White House photographer.
I got a photo.
Yeah, they don't want a wacky picture of him with his mouth open, sneezing.
If you get your cell phone out, you're like, I can probably sneak one of Abe Lincoln's teacups or that he used to use. And as soon as there's guys going,
they're on you.
Hey, how you doing? What do you got there?
Yeah, so it's like you just feel like you don't belong. So you don't sneak pictures at the White House.
Oh, so when you wanted when you had him on the show, though, you got a photo. I would hope.
Well, yeah, I mean, he eventually sent me, but it took a couple months to.
Because it's the White House guy. It's not like the.
It's not
your guy.
It's not my guy. It's the White House guy, and it has to go through their clearances and all that stuff. And you don't tweet about it and all that stuff. Which, by the way, thanks for the tweet.
That was
the other day
an accident.
Which one?
Gosh.
I was doing a timeline joke.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And I got Fallon. I said the guy right below me really loves anal sex.
Right,
and I tweeted right before. I tweeted right after.
It was a mistake.
And I go, oh, and
that was a
everyone's
coincidence.
Like,
I swear.
I'm like, I know, and I go, oh,
It's a dumb timeline joke that you got caught up in.
No, I was laughing because everyone started sending me. I go, oh, great. Well, I'll see you guys next week. We'll talk about that.
Great.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I love the anal.
It's just a dumb timeline joke.
Hey, when you first started the show, it's very difficult to get traction on late night talk. I mean, obviously there have been so many people that have just failed. When did you start saying like, "Oh boy, I think we got this. I think we're on"? Because you're definitely like you're one of the players now in late night. You are. It's a great show. It's a lot of fun to watch. When did you know that like I think we got something?
I mean.
Or you're still worried?
I'm gonna say, yeah. I'm gonna say, I don't know. I think like when I just stopped worrying about time and going to commercial and hitting all the points and
the technical stuff is all in your head and not so much of the artistic part of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's having a conversation is what it really is, and that's what all the advice books say, and all the people that you ask tell you. Just have a conversation, but you can't just. It's just weird. You just can't just do that.
Right.
You know, it's just, you're like, oh, driving a car is easy. You just press the gas and you go.
But one day,
then you're driving
to a pole.
I don't know. Yeah, you hit the pole and you go.
But you're smart though. Like, I'm sorry, but like you guys, like you and Kimmel, use like the internet and you use Twitter and you use all this social networking stuff, and which it makes you relevant to young people. It's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, because we're on so late. I think a lot of people see us more on the web even sometimes.
Well, Leno and Letterman don't really capitalize on Twitter. And
I
all
don't know
that.
how much Conan does. Conan's really funny on Twitter, but I don't know how much he uses. I haven't watched the show. How much internet he uses, or how
Leno
much.
just kind of plugs, but I mean, you know,
I feel like it
Jimmy
wouldn't
owns
even fit them. That just like
right.
It wouldn't make sense. It's more fun for Letterman to play like I don't know what this is.
The old curmudgeon.
An iPod. I don't know what this is. Wait.
Yeah. What?
So one day you just relax. It goes back to me and Ann had a conversation. We were failing miserably when we first came to New York. That it wasn't happening. And one day we just talked to each other and said, look, we have nothing to lose now, man. You know, because we were worried about introing records and all that other horseshit like you're saying.
Yeah, just exactly.
And we had this dumb conversation on the way home, like, we have nothing to lose now. Let's go in there tomorrow and just fucking talk. And guess what? It just, we hit.
And that was the thing.
But the first 6 months, no one gave a shit about us at all in New York.
Yeah.
I mean, the critics were pretty... They were pretty good to me. They were like, look, it's not awful.
You're like, yes, we're not awful.
Yes, I can live with that.
I can see with this not being a thing, but
it's not awful.
But we did like Slow Jam, the news. We did our first show. That was one of our first bits.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So,
and who was it?
Just me.
Oh, it was
just me and the Roots, and then we tried it with P. Diddy. And that was fun. And then Brian Williams came on. We asked him if he'd do it. And then we had a whole run with Brian Williams, where he was great.
When you pitched to Obama, like when you want to do a bit with the president, do you you obviously submit it way before the White House. Was there anything you wanted to do that they said no to, or was this the first idea they're like, sure, it sounds good?
Well, I mean, just knowing from like Saturday Night Live, you know, like where you can push people and how far and what is it worth it and all that stuff. And you don't want to. It's the president, so I want to be, you know, as classy as we can with that bit. But I think there was one joke we had, like, I said POTUS. What does that stand for? Person of the, like something, unanimous sexuality or something, or sexualness, or something like that, or unusual sexualness. And they were just like, yeah, no.
Oh, no.
We're not. Oh, he didn't even get it. They didn't get
wrestle you to the ground.
Right?
They wrestle you.
Pull the fucking sheet out of your hand. Wrestle to the ground.
Yeah. It was like, well, they sent an email. Go, no, just don't. Everything else is good, but just change that. So we just changed it.
When he comes in day of to perform, I mean, obviously there's a security lockdown, only people who need to be there. But how far in advance does he get there? Like, or do you go over the bit with him first? Do you walk into the dressing room or green room?
He has it, but and then they have you meet him by yourself. At the loading dock. So I had to meet him. So I met the president, and no assistants, no stage manager, no my wife, nobody.
Wow.
So I go. Okay, I meet him by myself.
It's my buddy from college.
Yeah.
They want to do some pictures. Could you sign some stuff?
So you know what I did? I printed out a paper that said President Obama written, like, you know, the limo drivers at the airport.
Drivers,
I just hold it. I was like, waving at him. I go, how you doing, Mr. President? I'm Marcus. I'm your escort. If you need anything, he's laughing right at the
He got the joke.
Yeah. And then he went over it, and he goes, all right, we're gonna slow jam. And so I showed him my rehearsal, and then at the end of Slow Jam, usually Brian Williams says he goes like, "Oh yeah." It's basically just saying the basic news, but in an R&B type of sexual, undertone to the normal news. No real hard jokes in there. Just so at the end, usually Brian Williams goes, "Oh yeah," and so Obama's rehearsing, and President Obama's rehearsing, and he goes, "Oh yeah." Come on, can't you give me a little, oh yeah? He goes, oh yeah. And I go, can't you? He goes, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do it. Oh yeah. I go, just give me a little spice, can't you? He goes, no.
You said that to him, he said no, wow.
Yeah.
No spice.
He's a good...
You really have to be on your guard at all times when you're the president. It's just... People are just looking all the time, and if you loosen up, you're looked at as what, weak? Right. I mean, come on.
Well, he didn't. What he called? He didn't. He didn't go over any of the pre-questions. Like I didn't know what he was going to say. Wow. Like he didn't even know what I was going to ask. I don't think. He's just good.
They just trust that you're going to be somewhat respectful. He's fast enough on his feet.
He's really good.
Smart
he's a
dude.
great.
There was a Secret Service guy with crosshairs on your head the whole time. If
he
goes into a joke,
Service, I got into that. I asked. That's where he said he called them knuckleheads.
Right.
Because of what happened?
Yeah, he goes, don't let a couple knuckleheads ruin what great service they do for us. And it was like, he could have easily told me not to ask about that.
Yeah,
he was cool with all that. In the commercial break, he goes, because at the end of the Slow Jam, he pulled the microphone up and just dropped it, like Eminem from 8 Mile. And I go, and so we're in commercial. He goes, did you see how I dropped the mic?
Oh man.
Yeah. I saw you. It was very funny. He goes, I improvised that.
You should have scolded him. Like, that was very inappropriate.
You're going to pay for that, sir.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
What do you talk about during commercial with the President of the United States? Like, do other people rush over and monopolize him, or is it just you and him sitting there?
Just sitting there. He asked me like how I met my wife and stuff like that, and he was really like, he's acted like he was interested in me. I don't know if he's very presidential. He's very charming. And he said, how'd you meet your wife? I said, we met in this movie, Fever Pitch. He produced this movie. He goes, it was about a guy who loves baseball, but he also loves his girlfriend. He's not sure which one to choose. He goes, I remember that movie. I didn't see it, but I go, remember you chose not to see the movie? It was campaign time. It was not campaign time.
Yeah, that's worse.
Was that years before you campaign?
He knows about it but didn't see it. That's bad. There's a reason.
The worst.
How great would it be if he tore you up for it? Weak writing, weak acting.
He really criticized the movie. I'd rather you don't watch it next time. Yeah,
you're having an argument with him during the commercial break.
Yeah, at least he was honest with me. But
come back from spots, you're yelling at each other.
He's great to everybody. He's great to every single person on the staff, and shook hands and said hello, and he's just and they look you right in the eye, and it's a powerful moment.
There's something about
gets in the limo, shuts the door. Glad we're out of that fucking place.
Yeah, your microphone's still on.
Bunch of assholes.
Those guys like Clinton and those guys and all these, anyone elected to that office, you just know how to own a room. I mean, like, it's amazing to me the charisma of these guys. You can't not like one of those guys when you meet them.
Right. Yeah, it's just charming. Yeah,
it's part of the whole package.
It's part of the politics of it all. Yeah.
Have you met Bush or no?
No.
Okay.
We got to get to the album.
Yes.
We haven't even mentioned it yet. Blow Your Pants Off. We played a track, History of Rap. I loved it.
That's a good one.
I didn't see that on the show.
Yeah, that is really
we did
fucking
with
cool.
Justin Timberlake.
That cost us a lot of money to get that on.
I can imagine all the rights.
Oh man,
all the clearances for that. It was like 15 rap songs, from the 80s until now, plus Justin Timberlake. Doing one of the voices. I mean, he's a good sport to do that stuff. That came about. He was coming on the show, and we were gonna sing a song or do some, type of Barry Gibb bit or something like that. And he goes, let's switch. He goes, let's do maybe like something like sing our favorite rap songs in medley. Like the Humpty Dance is your chance, do the hump. And I'm like, and then I just started going like, well, stop what you're doing. Then we started rapping. Then I just going like, it takes two to make a thing go right.
Yeah.
Then we just started doing a medley. And then it was just like, great, we'll write this up.
This is what we're doing,
So we had writers write it up, and we did it on the show, and it went, like we said earlier, it went super viral.
Yeah, it did.
On the web, and it was like crazy viral, and I was like, whoa, this is cool. Like, Justin called me from France, and he goes, because he was promoting Social Network. He goes, dude, I'm in France, and we're on the front page of this French newspaper for History of Rap. And I'm like, that's crazy. I'm like, I can't believe, like, they know who I am in France? And he goes, no.
I'm
I'm Justin Timberlake. Like, yeah, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. He just lied to me. For a second, I felt like, they love him like Jerry Lewis. I'm like a big phenomenon in France. They go, now they don't know who you are. I'm Justin. I was like, whatever.
It sounded really good. Like the impressions of
right on
the guys.
Oh my God.
The Beasties one was like dead on, man.
I mean, they're my favorites. Yeah,
amazing. Really good.
Yeah. All the I mean, a lot of all the musical stuff we do is because we're fans of the groups and stuff like that. So it's like we don't want to, ruin the song for anybody. Even though if we do a parody of it, like, if we do Tim Tebow and David Bowie as one human, T Bowie.
Yep.
We don't want to screw up the song so that every time you hear it you go, but we just want to make you laugh and go like, that's a weird combo.
Yeah.
And of course, why didn't we think of that? Of course, T Bowie is exactly what we should do. And they were playing it in Boston. I got the stadium and stuff.
Yeah.
Trying to throw Tebow off like
Nice.
they were playing it.
Oh man.
It was just crazy. It was just it's the most exciting. We had a crazy couple years, but especially the last year has just been nuts.
So you're beyond the fear of like losing it all. Like it's here to stay, and you're doing really well, and it's not going to just
never take it for granted.
Yeah, you never know.
No, but I mean,
pride cometh before the fall, or something.
Yeah, well, pride goeth before destruction.
Cometh.
You guys had it all, and then lost it all.
See what happens?
Yes, thanks for reminding us.
Yes.
Got it all back. Oh, you got it all.
Now we have nothing, and we're losing that.
We got some of it back, Jimmy. You kidding me?
No, you got
We're
it.
still waiting.
Oh,
What is Roland
Roland.
doing? We're having a good time with Jimmy Fallon. You got to go, Jimmy.
He's got.
But he has his guitar and everything.
oh
I
man.
got bits. I'll do bits next time I come back.
You will?
I always do bits. I love you guys, and you guys always been good to me.
Well, the album is called Jimmy Fallon, Blow Your Pants Up. Like you said, played the song earlier, and it's on, I guess, on iTunes or in the
all
store.
that stuff. I don't even know where you buy records anymore. So
I know, right?
Really quick, how's Eddie Vedder? I'm a big Pearl Jam fan. Is he? Got anything on Eddie Vedder?
No dirt on Eddie Vedder.
No, not like that. Just as a human being.
He's exactly as cool as you want him to be.
He
has
is.
the flannel thing. He has his shorts. He's just cool. He's a rock star.
Right.
And you meet him, I go, would you like to do the song? We're doing a protest song about the BP oil spill where we're talking about the tar balls that are floating up on the beach. And the name of the song is Balls in Your Mouth. Don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your mouth. And he was like, oh, no thanks. Appreciate it, though. Thank you so much. No thanks. I was like, all right, that's cool. So then I go, can you just, do you just want to just watch rehearsal and then just see what we're doing? He was like, okay, sure. Like, he's he's a great guy, as I said. So we watched rehearsal, and I said, here's where I want you to, so I go like, balls in your mouth, don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your mouth. And I was like, balls in your mouth, don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your mouth. And he was like, and if you want, you could just swing around the camera and just give it full on Eddie Vedder, like, balls in your mouth, don't swim in the ocean, you'll get balls in your mouth. And he started laughing. He was like, oh, I'll do that. Cool. Yeah, so right there, he's like, oh, man. And then he did it, and gosh, the crowd, they didn't know that he was going to come out.
Right.
Doing my song. They're like, oh, that's probably just a Jimmy song. He's going to sing some song with the Roots. And then Eddie came from, it looked like he was a cameraman, and he flipped from behind the camera and then just sang right into the lens and balls in your mouth, and everyone went nuts. And it was like, oh, it was great.
You're like the guy that could that has to like talk someone into throwing an M80 down the toilet, and like at first it's like nah. And it's like, no, dude, it's gonna be so much fun.
Everyone flush a urinal at the same time.
Yeah.
We're gonna break the system.
It's gotta be like nerve-wracking though to have to approach these guys with these ideas. Like, you're gonna love this.
You gotta do it. Yeah.
Eddie,
you
that's balls, man.
Well, I just say, I was like, honestly, we do it out of love and out of fun, and we don't want to make anyone look stupid.
Sure.
So when you're done with it, you win. You know, everyone gets a clear win at the end. So that's kind of what I think people see when we do our bits. They go,
it just looks like fun, man.
Care of us,
Very cool. Roland is actually literally pissing his pants. Yeah.
Well, Jimmy's got Blow Your Pants Off, new album in stores, iTunes, Amazon now, and Thank You Notes 2 is out too, right?
That's out too. I got a lot of stuff to sell.
And of course, Jimmy Fallon, one of the best on Twitter.
Yeah.
He's just an animal on Twitter, Jimmy Fallon. Always a pleasure.
Thank you guys so much, man. So good to see you guys. Thank you for having me back.
Come back and see us soon.
Absolutely.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.